Welcome everyone. This is the one-off D&D stream with our hardcore World of Warcraft streamers. It's going to be a very exciting day. This is a one-time kind of full story going to be wrapped up. We're going to start it today. We're going to end it today. We're going to be going to about 5 p.m. EST, which is about 4 hours from now, but we're going to stop it essentially when the campaign is over. So if it's a little bit before, a little bit after, stick with us. We also have a couple of new players to D&D. So this is going to be a newbie kind of friendly stream where we're going to be learning the rules together, but in the kind of interest of keeping things moving along, I might just be like, okay, roll this, and I'll tell you if you succeed or fail. And if you kind of want more info as to why I told you to do that, we can kind of get into it off stream if you're really kind of interested. But players, feel free to just describe what you want to do, and then I will tell you how you're going to roll and whether you succeed or fail, and then let you describe your successes or your failures. Typically when you play, or I guess I shouldn't say typically, but one way that most people play D&D is with a map and some character tokens. I do not play D&D that way. So I play what's called Theater of the Mind. And what that means is that we're all just going to be describing and picturing everything that's happening in our own heads. So I'm not going to have any maps, and I'm not going to have any tokens to move around. And we're just going to have to kind of keep track of where everybody is at, depending on how it goes. I have a pretty good mind as to how things look, and sometimes I don't describe it too perfectly. So my players, feel free to ask questions, throw in elements, whatever you want to do. We're kind of creating this story together, so should be a fun time. I might have more. If I have more, I'll just kind of say it as we play. Chat, just know that I won't be paying too close attention to the Twitch chat because I already have like 17 plates that I'm spinning in the air at the same time right now. So I might not respond to anything, but if our players would like to be in the chat and answer any questions, then that's perfectly fine. Otherwise, I guess we should just get started. Everyone ready to go?
Yeah, nervous. I'm actually kind of glad it's more of the imagination because I've done like where you have the board up and it always gets kind of like, sometimes it can get messy with moving pieces and everything. So I
find it messy and I find it slow, which is one of the reasons why I like, you'll see that I heavily favor roleplay. So you could potentially not fight a single thing in my campaign if you roleplay your way kind of out of it. But sometimes there's kind of no way out and you might need to, but we'll get into all of the mechanics and everything as we kind of get into it. But yeah, everything's happening in Discord. If my players, so Silver, Kigo, Winky, and Liz, if any of you would like to message me personally, use your individual channels on the left side. Chat will be able to see what those channels say. So please, my players, do not look at my stream setup just in case something might get revealed to the players that it... Not saying that there's anything kind of hidden, it's just that if somebody wanted to do something kind of in secret, message me there, and then we'll play it out kind of by typing it out. But don't need to worry about that, I just wanted to mention it. So, you guys ready? Let's get started.
Let's go.
Oh, God.
I'm nervous.
I'm
this
down.
is my first time playing, so I have no idea what I'm doing, guys.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
Basically going to say this is my first time playing, so that is okay.
So when it comes to roleplay, I prefer kind of most things to be in character. Either you're talking in character to the NPCs or to each other, or you're describing what your character is doing. If you need to know something out of character, so let's say you want to understand a rule or whatever, make it a bit more obvious to me that you're out of character at the time. So one of the best things that I find is using voices for your characters, but if you're a little bit intimidated by the idea of using a voice, that's perfectly fine. Just say, out of character, Jamae, can I do blah, 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 blah. And then that way we can kind of keep an idea of what's in character and what's out of character. When your characters are planning things with each other, that's all going to be in character. So if there's an NPC around you and you're saying, do you think we should steal from this guy? He's going to be standing right there being like, no, I don't think you should. So kind of be aware that your characters will not have kind of telepathic links to one another like the players might have right now. But, that's enough of the housekeeping. Let's get started. So we open up in a grand library where the four of you are currently waiting in a crudely kept section that has the painted words "Adventurers Wanted." It's painted in a kind of black paint that looks like it was very carelessly drawn on the wall, and you're all kind of awkwardly sitting there being like, not entirely sure what's going on. There are villagers that are in the library and they're reading. It's a very kind of quiet place, and they all kind of look at you, give you a side eye every once in a while, but for the most part, they leave you alone. What you do notice in this library is that there seem to be huge kind of scratch marks all over the walls of the library. And each of the doors seem a lot larger than typical doors that these various abodes or buildings would have in a kind of smaller town that you're in. Soon, one of these giant doors open and you finally understand why it's so large, as a minotaur steps out. A half bull, half man walks out, finely coiffed mane, a beautiful kind of suit, looks very well kept, very kind of big grin as he notices you, and he starts to stomp in your direction. What the Minotaur doesn't kind of realize is that he's so close to the wall that his horn scratches up alongside and completely wrecks one side of a bookcase. And the villagers all kind of giggle at the fact that this happened. He kind of gives a bashful smile in their direction. And then he walks up to the four of you.
Oh, well, hi there. My name's Taurus. I'm so glad that you guys answered the ad to come to the Adventurers Guild to get a quest. It's so exciting. Of course, there's going to be a little bit of paperwork, so I'm going to need to get some information from each of you, if you don't mind. Let's start with you.
And he looks in Winky's direction.
Why are you here?
Can I interrupt him?
Yeah, sure.
I'm going to immediately hold out a piece of paper, and I'm going to say, Winkypotamus at your service. I need you to sign right here. I'm here for my barding credits or my adventuring credits from the Barding School of Waterdeep. Just sign there. Just sign there, and I can go.
Well, I think that in order for you to get your credits, you need to complete the quest. So why don't you come see me after the quest is done, and I'll be sure to sign that for you. Yeah, that'd be great.
Are you sure that you want to do that? Because you know who you're talking to.
I do.
I'm the future most famous person you've ever met.
Well, I think the most famous person I ever met was Melody Square, and we had a wonderful time the other day.
I look defeated.
Oh.
I'm just going to look at the ground and kick a fake rock.
Fake rock. Winky, can you describe what your character looks like?
My character? Okay, this is going to be... Imagine this. A small... buff-ass dwarf with like super dark orange hair, long-ass ponytail, and a braided beard.
So,
oh, and I'm also wearing like vibrant, differently colored everything. Like I got like a long cardigan that goes to the ground, over, and it's got no sleeves. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about, right? Like those cardigans that have no sleeves, go to the ground. Then I've got like white pants on. I've got like a purple silk shirt on underneath it. Looking mighty fine, and I carry a lute everywhere.
Well, if I might say, I think you're looking mighty fine there, good sir.
So Taurus has a quill, and he starts writing down on a piece of parchment that he's holding. He goes,
okay, so your name is Winkypotamus, and you're here to get some credits for the School of bards. That's a good enough reason to be here. And how about you?
He looks in Silver's direction.
Why are you here looking for some quest at the Adventurers Guild?
So I'm looking for some gold. I traveled from a really long distance. I am only interested in this quest if there are monetary rewards.
Oh, well, you'll be happy to know that there's going to be plenty of gold if you guys are successful in this quest. Yes, there's going to be a lot, so good for you.
Do you want to describe how your character looks, Silver?
So I am an elf. I am also small. Not as small as Winky, though. I'm taller than him. And I have silver hair, of course. It's long. It's almost as long as I am tall because I hold all my power in my hair. And I guess I'm wearing a black bodysuit with all the rogue supplies tucked in because I'm a rogue.
All right.
To have like one of those belts, a utility belt, and it's just ready to go, ready to slice and dice.
Sorry, and your name is Silver? Your character's name is Silver?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you're here to get some gold. That's a very common reason. And how about you? Why are you looking for this quest?
Higo.
I want to interrupt
Sure.
Higo really fast. And then I look at Winky Potamus, this infamous dwarf that we're all supposed to know about. And I kind of scoff and I look at him and I say, okay, well, if this dwarf can do what you need to do, I can do it and I can do it better. So I would like to submit everything for myself so I can take this quest head on.
Oh, well, that's fantastic. And what's your name?
My name's Nyla, and my character looks like I have white hair, and my eyes seem to distract people a little with their gray emptiness. And my fair skin and I have two tiny little pointy canines that kind of make it obvious that I'm a Dhampir, which is a half vampire, half human. And I'm just wearing a super plain, like, leather pants, just like leather pants and a brown, like, leather tunic.
All right.
Okay, so I'm looking for a reason for this quest. Am I going to put one-upsmanship here?
Yeah, definitely. That's okay with me.
Okay, so
as long as he knows that I think if he can do this quest, then I can do it.
Just want to note for the record that my character was rolling his eyes the entire time when they were going off on their little thing. Just saying.
He's like, I was asked and interrupted so rudely.
I'm gonna elbow.
I've receded into the background. I'm like stealthing away. I don't want anything to do with any of you.
I'm gonna elbow.
Such a classic way
Silver.
for this to start. Everyone hating each other.
Well, while that's going on, I'm elbowing Silver, and she reminds me of my ex-girlfriend.
I hear him
Liz?
and roll my
Wait.
eyes.
Liz, what's your name?
Nyla.
Okay.
So we have Nyla and we have Silver, and we have Winky.
Do you want to type out
Hey.
the way you spell Nyla, just so people can? I find when I see the way it's spelled. Just type
Do you want
it
me
in
to
the,
spell
in
in
the
just
gameplay.
the general gameplay?
Yeah, in the gameplay. Yeah. So we're gonna be hanging out in the gameplay.
Okay.
Perfect.
So I kind of want to jump in since I was interrupted. So I think my character doesn't like other people being in the spotlight as much. A little spoiled. I'm Kigo. I'm come from a noble family and kind of definitely taller than Winky. I'm kind of about the average height, a little taller than average. I got fancy clothes on. I'm pretty much here just so my family, can kind of see I could do some on my own. I guess I'll help these guys out.
Yeah, proving yourself to your parents. I mean, that's the number one reason why adventurers come out here. So I'll just put that as checkbox. We actually have a checkbox here that says proving yourself to your family. So I'll just put that one for you. That's great. Well, why don't I give you the information about the quest and you guys can get on your way. I know some of you are already excited to be out on your own. I hope that you form some bonds. I can see that you guys are going to have some pretty fantastic relationships here. I can already see it.
Yeah, fantastic. That's right.
Just remember that this is life and death, so make sure that you guys have each other's backs, okay? Oh, but not to get too serious, let's give you the specifics of the quest. So a local inventor has commissioned she wants some adventurers in order to find a specific item of power. Oh, isn't that exciting? But it's said to be in an old abandoned manor that might be haunted. I never believe in the superstitions. I mean, I'm a talking minotaur, but of course ghosts can't exist. That would just be silly. I think you might encounter some squatters there, but there's a chance that there's some other treasure hunters that might be looking in the area, so you might come up to a squabble. You'll only receive a reward if you can find this item of power and retrieve it. If you want some more information, the woman who wants to have this item of power retrieved for her name is Arla, and she lives up in the tower that's just on the edge of town. Do you have any questions for me?
I'm gonna do an insight check on him.
Sure. So, an insight for those of you who might be unaware is to be able to read someone's motives. You can tell if someone might be lying, might be holding back some truth, just by the way that they're carrying themselves, they're talking, their body movements are. So that's what you're kind of reading up on with an insight check. So, Winky, you rolled a d20, you added 1 because that's your insight bonus. So you got a total of 18. With that, you feel that Taurus is quite genuine. In the way that he feels and everything that he said about you. He seems to really care about you, about this quest, about everything that's kind of going on. He's a very caring cow.
I need to check something out of game real quick.
Sure.
Do I need to update my D&D Beyond now that I'm level 2 in
Oh,
Discord?
yes. All you need to do is hit ! Update. That's all you need to do.
Oh, nice. Okay. Sorry.
There you go. Updated and saved. So that's information that Winky, so everybody else, you technically don't know if you don't roll. So some information will only be given to kind of a player, and that player will kind of decide how their character might divulge that information. The other players, you'll have to play with not kind of knowing some information unless the characters tell you. So there's going to be some kind of finagling in your mind as to what you know as a player and what your character will know. All right, so keep in mind that Winky's the only one that kind of got this information about Taurus's interests, I guess.
Okay.
Can I say what's your name real quick? I got a question for you.
Oh, my name is Taurus Flower Picker.
Doris Flower Picker. Pleasure to meet you, Doris. And I shove a hand out, and then I slap my own hand down, and I say no, and I look over my shoulder to the left.
The whole time I'm rolling my eyes with my arms crossed across my chest.
Taurus looks in Winky's direction at the display that just happened. He goes,
"Well, this is an exciting group, isn't it?"
So meanwhile, I've kind of stealth off to the side because we're in a library, right? So we're surrounded by books.
Yeah.
And I notice one book kind of sticking out from the shelf.
Sure.
And it seems to be encrypted with some sort of message on the binding of the book that only I can read. Because I have Thieves' Cant, right? So it's that special language ability.
Right.
What is that book? What does that binding tell me? Is it a clue for the quest?
I'm going to type it out to you.
Okay.
So nobody else look at the Twitch chat.
Okay, while you're typing that out,
Yeah.
I'm literally just muttering, like quietly to myself, staring at random objects.
While he's staring at random objects, I'm kind of wondering if he's actually like okay or not.
Me too.
So yeah, you guys would see that Silver is kind of drawn to a book, and she's currently reading from a book. But you can keep going however you please. I can try to do two things at once. So if you have any other questions, please let me know.
Have we been in this town before? Do we know where we are? Did we travel here or do we meet up here?
Yeah, good question. So, the town that you're in is called Riverest. It's a very small little hamlet, I would say. Every single one of you would have had to have traveled here from wherever you kind of decided to go. Because there were flyers and saying adventurers wanted, and that's kind of what drew your eye to coming to this particular town and collecting this particular quest. But you could technically be here for other reasons, but
okay,
that's what kind of got you to the Adventurers Guild anyway.
All right. While you're typing stuff out, then I'm gonna look over at Kigo and be like, "Hey, Kigo, right?
Yeah, what's up, man? What's your name?
Did you just assume my gender?"
Oh no. I'm sorry about that.
At this point, I listened to both of them, and again, I'm rolling my eyes because of this disaster of a group so far.
I look at Kigo and I point at Nyla, and I go, "Kigo, does she look? Do her eyes just look like? Is that how they always look? Every time I've seen her, it's all in the back of her head. She must have a big brain."
As I'm ignoring you, I kind of walk away and sit on one of the benches so I can wait for our next task.
I've put that book in my pocket and I join Nyla on the bench.
So Taurus will kind of look to the rest of you, do some last final signatures. He goes, "All right, you're all set. You're all on the quest. So you can either head towards the old abandoned manor that's just up the road, or you could go talk to Arla in her tower, or you could go and just gallivant around town if that's what you want. But the quicker you get it done, then the sooner you'll have your monetary reward. And I promise you, it's at least 10 silver."
10 silver? That's all we get?
No, oh no, I said at least.
Oh, at least. Okay. I just want the group to know. I'm just letting you guys know. If I end up doing most of the work, I'm taking most of the reward.
Nyla, it's not all about the money. Sometimes it's about, and I make the fame.
The fame coming from a 3. Wait, how tall are you?
Tall enough to, never mind.
Oh.
Don't worry about it.
Oh.
I don't respond well to height jokes.
Big talk from a small man.
There he goes, assuming my fucking gender again. What is this?
I'm gonna interrupt Kigo and Winky from this pointless conversation. And I'm gonna ask, okay, would you guys like to proceed to the manor, or would you guys like to talk to Arlie at her tower, who knows more about this item?
I want to go to the bar. Is there a bar anywhere? And I look at the Tauren.
Oh yeah, but I mean it's only like 11 in the morning, so you probably won't get much to drink at this time.
Well, 11 in the morning is good to me. You must not know dwarves. And I walk out.
Okay. When you walk out.
Okay, so I have.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh,
No,
so
go ahead.
I don't know if I should have mentioned this earlier, but I have animal handling. So I don't know if I have to call that, but instead of following Winky, I send my snake, which is my pet, to keep an eye on him while he goes to the bar.
Okay, sure. So you don't need to roll animal handling. If it's kind of your pet, it will listen to you, kind of do what you want.
And then
to do.
I suggest that we all continue on to talk to Arla at the edge of town to get more information while Winky gets drunk.
So Winky actually doesn't get too far out of the Adventurers Guild. He walks out into the lobby and he is stopped by a small female goblin with bleach blonde hair that is clearly fake. The roots are already starting to show. You did notice the goblin before you went into the library the first time, but she was gossiping with somebody else and she didn't kind of seem to give you the time of day. This other person's now gone and she interrupts Winky as Winky's walking out. "Oh, hi there. So, are you a new adventurer here?"
I am not a new adventurer per se. I'm actually world famous I don't like goblins musician and
Did you say you don't
Yeah.
like goblins right in front of her?
oh I did 100%.
Okay. Well, maybe we can
then-
change that. Wow, a famous person. That must mean you have like lots of gold. Is
My
that right?
my snake hisses because it's already offended.
Do I notice this? Do I notice the snake?
Give me a perception check. So exclamation mark check space perception.
It's so funny because I was like holding a d20. Oh, cool.
Yeah. Just so you know, sometimes I will be rolling on screen for you guys to see. Sometimes I will be rolling off screen.
I did it in the Winky channel. My bad. It was a
Oh,
20.
okay.
Not
Yeah,
now.
so everyone can see it's 20, but from this point, yeah, just go into gameplay.
Yeah, my bad.
So yeah, you got 20. You absolutely 100% see the snake.
Okay, I'm gonna look over my left shoulder and I'm gonna say, Fungalius, calm down, dude. Fucking, it's just a goblin. You didn't have to say that. And then I'm gonna, sorry. What's your name, Goblin? I actually like goblins.
Oh, that's okay. I mean, I was just curious about like how much gold you have. My name's Shalala.
Oh, how much gold I have?
Yeah.
I don't have, and I puffed my chest out. You don't need money when you have fame.
Oh, no money. Okay, bye. She says
I
as
figured
she
that
like
would
walks
happen.
back to like her counter.
Could I have, while this entire thing was going on, could I
Sure.
have come out of the library and had been watching the whole thing and kind of walked up to Winky?
Yeah, so I can say technically it's in a it's kind of in the lobby of this building, but it
Okay.
would be two kind of grand doors. So you guys could have been in the library and see this kind of happening. Taurus has now wrapped up his paperwork and he has left. He's gone out back to his back room that he was in, so he's no longer in the library with you. But you guys would have all seen the exchange between Winky and Shalala.
Okay.
So in that case, my snake kind of like wraps around Shalila just a little bit, kind of beckoning her.
Oh,
And
Whoa.
Shalila starts to follow my snake over to Kigo. I've kind of lured her towards rich boy Kigo. Now what does Shalila say?
So she'll actually freak out a little bit to the snake kind of wrapping around her. She goes, "Oh my god, a snake! I need a very strong, rich person to come help me."
Well,
Kigo here's looking at you, buddy.
well, yeah, I don't know what to say. Let's see. Well, I know I can. I'm not very interested, thank you. But I know my famous person over here doesn't have money, but I sure can spot him some money for you.
Oh,
And I send
you
him
have
back
some
over
money.
to the famous dwarf.
So Winky, I think, has already left at
Oh.
this point. Yeah. So she is all kind of right up. She's twirling her hair in her finger, right in front of you, and she goes, "Well, maybe you just need some time to warm up to me."
Well, okay, out of character real quick. How much
Sure.
gold would I personally... I don't know if I would even have a lot of gold, right? Because it's...
You
But you say
took
you're,
the
like,
noble
from
background,
family
right?
money.
Yeah, I'm from money, but that, you know, you don't just travel around with...
Just to play it up, I'm gonna give you 50 gold. So you're gonna be
Okay.
holding on to 50 gold
Whoa.
pieces, okay?
Damn. We're going to the bar.
Okay, we'll go back in. Well, we don't really have time for this, but
Well,
here's
okay,
a couple
Daddy,
of gold.
if-
Go buy yourself something nice.
Oh, well,
And I
thank
hand
you.
her a couple of gold pieces.
I'll buy something that you're really gonna like.
So
Uh,
while this conversation is going on, I kind of walk over to Nyla.
Yep.
And Nyla, I tell you, listen, we have this rich boy who's distracted already by Shalila. We have Winky, who's clearly drunk and may have a split personality. I'm not really sure. He was talking to somebody that the rest of us can't see. Do you think we should just leave them here while we can so that we can split this money between just the two of us?
Yeah, I think while they're off being men, we should probably head to the tower and see if we can get some more information. So even if they join us, we can have a heads up and we can fill them in.
Sounds like a good plan to me. Let's
Can
go
I
while
just
they're
say-
distracted.
Can I just say I was standing outside the front door of this place, just thinking to myself, wow, now would be a great time to just yell out, "Stop assuming my gender!"
Yeah, so Nyla and I definitely
Do
start
you
to
actually
dip.
do that, Winky?
Yeah, 100%.
So
100%.
everybody inside can hear that. A lot of passersby kind of look around, and someone else kind of shouts, "We're not assuming anything, buddy!" Kind of just keeps going.
I'm not your buddy, pal.
Very Canadian joke. Um,
I'm glad you got it.
Yeah, so let's just kind of finish up how Kigo is dealing with Shalala. So you handed her a couple gold coins. It looks like Silver and Liz are trying to conspicuously leave without you.
Right.
You can see that, though. They're not being like too stealthy about it.
Okay, so I'm kind of watching them because I know I'm not there, to play around right now. We're kind of serious because I've, traveled that far. So my intent is that I know I need to be going somewhere, but we also can't find the dwarf. He's just standing around, looking in the corner or something.
He's actually right outside. So when Liz and Silver walk out the building, Winky, I guess you're still there, right? Because you're having another argument with yourself.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I'm just gonna, I'm mid sentence when they walk out, and then I turn and I go, "Oh, hey there! You guys ready for that drink? Where's Kigo? I thought we were adventuring."
Real quick, what did the goblin do when I gave them a couple pieces of gold?
So she pocketed it, and then she goes, "Well, thanks, Daddy. Maybe we should go on a date later. You can pick me up when the sun goes down. That's when I'm off my shift, okay?"
Okay, it sounds
And she'll
good.
kiss you on the cheek. Well, she'll climb up your vest or whatever you're wearing, I
Robe or
guess, so
whatever,
that she
yeah.
can get up to like face to face, and then she kisses you on the cheek.
Okay, I'm gonna say, sounds good. I'll see you then. Knowing I hope to not be back in town at that time.
Sure.
Really fast.
So-
Where's Winky right now?
Winky's right outside the
literally
Adventurers
talking to
Guild.
you.
Yeah.
Okay.
he's
Oh
talking to you
yeah.
guys.
Well, I didn't know if you were on the other side of the plaza, just yelling because you were you wanted to go to
Oh.
the
Kinda
what it
inn.
sounded
or-
like.
Gender.
Yeah. Okay.
And Kigo, you're gonna kind of rush out because you don't want to miss the other two either. So
And get
Kigo,
away from the goblin.
Shalala, yeah. So the four of you are now right outside of the Adventurers Guild.
As
Yeah.
I pass, as we should go walking if Winky either goes to the bar or Silver and I head to the tower and Kigo decides whichever way he wants to go. I kind of look at Winky and kind of scoff and say, "What is it that do goblins intimidate you, or is it just girls?"
I get
That-
wide eye and I go, "Stop! Don't say. I can't talk about it. Don't talk about it. Don't talk about it." And then immediately, something like weird comes over me, and I just fucking dump all of my emotional baggage onto Nyla. I go, "I fucking hate Wanye Cast. He went to the Neverwinter recording group. And he took my fucking
I throw my
position on
hands
the
up.
thing."
Whoa. I didn't ask you. I don't know why you think I just was I was just saying, I don't want your life story.
You don't. Oh,
I
Well, then
see
why'd
all
you
of that
ask?
happening, and I just walk by, just I don't know them.
It's gonna take you guys forever to complete this quest, but I'm here for it.
8 hours later, we're here.
Yeah.
So well, I don't know. Again, I don't know if I'm doing this right, but I'd like to persuade the group to start moving towards Arla. And I'm going with or without them. So if they want to come, they can, but I have the power of persuasion in my back pocket. Can I use that?
So I typically don't like players using skills on each other to force kind of one thing or another, but you can use your powers of persuasion by just kind of talking and trying to convince them that way. That's perfectly fine, yeah.
Okay.
long story short, Nyla. My ex-girlfriend, Swaler Tift, left me for Wanye Cast, and it's really pissing me off, and now I have to become a famous musician.
Oh, well, good luck with that as I start to walk towards Silver so we can continue on to the tower.
I look over my left shoulder and shut up. Okay. And then I start following her.
As I'm walking up in the behind, I see Winky standing there, and I kind of just like pull on him, like, come on, let's go. As he's talking to himself.
Out of game, are you a human, Kigo?
High Nida, or high half elf. So I'm kind of like prissy and tall and.
Okay. So we have a high half elf, we have an elf, we have a dwarf, and what were you, Nyla? I'm sorry. I didn't take notes. I'm a shitty note taker.
Oh,
Liz?
you're talking to me. I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
Oh yeah,
I'm used to ignoring. I was starting to get used to ignoring you in the game, so that translated over. I'm a Dampier, which means I'm half vampire, half human.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
So it also is kind of serendipitous because it outside is currently quite overcast. So it's very dark, even though it's the middle of the day, which kind of works out for Dampier. Though, wait, Liz, you said that Dampiers can kind of go out in sunlight, right?
Yeah.
Okay. But it is overcast anyway, so I guess she's probably a little bit more comfortable either way. The four of you begrudgingly head towards Arla's tower. When you get to the outskirts of town, you do notice this kind of crooked, leaning Tower of Pisa sort of tower that's just very out of place to the rest of the town. And right out front, you see Arla's Inventions. That's the sign that kind of leads you up towards the door of the tower.
I look at Kigo and I say, well, you're the most adventurous and you're the most headstrong, so why don't you lead this up and introduce us and see if Arla is around?
Oh, so I could do all the hard work for you guys?
Exactly.
Why don't we send our most famous person that we know inside?
What?
Famous? I wouldn't use that word.
I heard
to describe
fame,
him.
and I step forward. What? Someone calls someone famous?
I wouldn't use famous as a word to describe
I
it.
strum my lute and just talk right over Nyla.
Oh my goodness.
I give up and shrug and walk up to the tower to take matters into my own hands.
All right. And sorry, knocking on the door, I presume.
Yes.
All right. So, as soon as you knock on the door, a face appears on the door and goes, "All right, what's all this then?"
We're here. A centaur, a goofy centaur, sent us on our way here, and we would like to procure about a quest that you have sent about an orb of power.
All right, then come on right in. The door opens on its own, and inside is quite the sight to see. As it's just overcluttered. Think hoarders of just miscellaneous items all over the place. But on top of the fact that it's hoarders, where it's just so much stuff crammed into a very kind of tiny round room, everything seems to either be sparking, whizzing, flying, twirling, shouting, wherever the case may be. So you've got pots that are kind of spinning in place, going la 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 la. You've got a rug at a typewriter that's typing something, but all it's typing is just F F F F F F over and over again. And finally, through kind of the weird and the just masses of things, a woman comes by. "All right, what's all this, loves?" she says.
I kind of step back. I kind of take a look at our surroundings and kind of concede that this woman might be crazy. So I step back a little bit and let Kigo and Silver and maybe Winky talk to her and figure out what we need to do.
Is this room tall enough for me to stand up in?
Yes, it is. So you're all currently kind of just standing in the doorway of, or right on like the porch area of the tower and looking inside. She herself is struggling to kind of just get through all these kind of different things that she has in her room to kind of meet you at the front door.
So I'm still kind of stealth on the side since we've come in here. So I think she can kind of see Kigo and Winky, but I'm kind of by myself like I have been. I'd like to do an investigation check. Can I do that? to see if I can find something amongst all of this clutter that might actually be useful for us in the room.
You could, but you'd have to go into the room. So you're.
Oh, I thought we were in the room.
You're right outside. You're
okay.
Yeah. So if you want to,
So I'm stealthing through. I'm going to stealth in through the doorway and go into the room by myself.
I'll let you roll the stealth, but you are essentially walking through kind of a front door with someone else that's looking at the front door. So it'll be a very difficult check for you to kind of get in there without kind of being seen. But I will let you roll it anyway.
Okay.
So it'll be ! check and then space stealth.
I made a history check for the actual tower itself, by the way.
Oh, okay. So with your history check, this is one of a kind. You haven't read anything about this. You don't know what's going on.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah.
It's not
Silver,
as famous as me. Ugh.
Everybody can see that Silver is kind of crouched over, kind of hugging the wall of the door, and then kind of heading inside. And Arla is staring like right at her, going, "Can I help you, love?"
I
Just-
kind of snort
just
at the
taking a look
interaction
at-
that happens.
Just taking a look around.
All right, come on in. I assume you have some business with me then.
I'm gonna go ahead and walk in and kind of push Silver in and just walk in and
My stealth.
I'm just gonna walk in and and start trying to talk and say, yeah, we were told to come talk to you about a quest.
Winky, you posted a GIF in your personal channel. Feel free, you guys, to post GIFs in the general channel. I love reaction GIFs to what's happening. So whatever you want, just spam that channel. It's not a big deal to me if you want to kind of make everybody giggle with whatever GIFs you think might be suitable.
Okay.
So back to the game. Arla. Yes, exactly. Arla looks at Kigo and she says, "All right, love, so you're here to find my Chaos Orb?"
Chaos Orb? What's a Chaos Orb?
Well, I don't know, but it's been passed down my family for generations, but it seems to be... Well, last we know, it's in my ancestral home, and I don't feel like going there right now, do I? So I'm asking some adventurers to go and risk their lives to get me my orb back, and I'm paying a pretty penny, ain't I?
Well, how much are you paying?
Oh, did that bloke Taurus not tell you then? Well, that's daft. I'm paying over 500 gold pieces for you guys to retrieve this orb.
Where's your orb? Or how far away is that?
Oh, well, it's in my ancestral home just up the hill. It's probably about a 10 minutes journey, but I warn you, there's a lot of mysterious things going on there, and that's why I'm not going there myself.
Arla, is it?
Yes, love.
You're sure that your ancestral home isn't like a cave or like a dungeon or like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not my first rodeo. That's what I'm trying to say. So you say it's in my ancestral home. That's daft. But what you really mean is like, hey, go try to not fucking die, right? Like that's what we're doing here.
Let me just get one thing clear to you, love, is that when I say something, I mean what I say, and don't try to put any words into my mouth or I'm going to get quite angry with you, okay?
So were you
kind of
born in a cave or a dungeon? That's all I'm asking.
Were you born in a cave or a dungeon, you dwarf?
Yes, I actually was. I'm a fucking mountain dwarf. What do you like, yes,
Well, I
I've been
wasn't.
entertaining rocks for my entire life.
I just did an insight check
Sure.
on Arla. Because it doesn't match up what she's saying she's paying and what the other guy told us. So we know we can, Winky knows we can believe the other guy. I guess the rest of us don't. I'd like to know if we can believe her.
Remember that Taurus had said that it was at least 10 silver. So he wasn't. He was a little bit maybe dodgy in what it is. She's saying 500 gold pieces. With your insight check, you believe her.
Okay. Because I wasn't sure if I could believe her. Because she was really trying to convince us we could believe her. She means what she says. So a 10 means we can believe her.
A 10 means that you believe her. So,
Okay. So it means I believe her,
checks,
but it doesn't mean she's saying the truth.
Correct.
Okay, I
so
see.
the way skill checks work is that there's a difficulty I don't know what the word is. Anyways, it's a DC that I have. And depending on how difficult the check is, you have to try to meet kind of what that DC might be. In this case, you don't know if she is lying or not. But with your insight check,
You just know you believe her.
You trust
Got
her.
it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look, Arla, I'm just trying to get a general idea for how dangerous this is about to be. I'm trying to become a rich and famous musician, and it would really hurt me on my pathway if I ended up dying somehow.
Well, I mean, that's the risk you're going to take, ain't it?
I mean, it's some of the other bards were telling me at school that like they got all their adventuring credits just from like going out and spending the night in the woods. So I figured that this would be like a more fun way to do it, more prestige, as they say. Maybe it's not a good idea anymore.
Look, I know nothing about credits, and I'm starting to get a little upset. This is my ancestral home. I've never lived there. That's where my great-great-aunt used to live. And they say there's a curse in my family, so I decided I wouldn't go into the home. I was actually born in Riverest, and I've been here my whole life.
A curse? Okay, what was her name? Your great-great-aunt. What if we have to talk to her when we're there? You know what I mean?
Why would you have to talk to her? She's clearly dead. But if you need to know, her name is
Things that
Missy.
are dead are not always dead. Missy Elliott?
I don't... Why would you just take a random stab in the dark to a last name? That's just stupid. She seems to be getting quite flustered with Winky.
Do I seem like the smartest one here?
No, we share a last name. Her last name is Viveranda.
Can I kind of interrupt Winky from
Sure.
making Arla very mad so that we can accept this quest? And I just want to say, you know what? I think we can handle it. I have faith in these guys. At least I have faith in myself. So I think we can go to this manor and we can possibly help you out.
All right, well, that's fantastic. I like you. How about this? You guys give me my ore back, and on top of the 500 gold pieces that I've already forked over, I'm going to enhance one of your weapons. I'll let you choose. But I need that orb first.
Oh, sounds like a good deal. Are you guys ready?
I'm ready.
I could
did
still use
a-
a drink.
I did an investigation check though before we're leaving, since we're
Oh,
still in
to
that
see if you
room,
can
and
find-
she's been distracted, kind of talking to everybody else. And even though my stealth didn't work, like I'm still lurking.
Sure.
Did I find anything?
There's a lot of just weird items. So they're all kind of common household items that seem to have some sort of enchantment on them that makes them just act differently, act special. With your investigation check, I'll let you create yourself what kind of item you might think you have found, if you're cool with that. So think of a typical household item, and then think of a weird enchantment, and that's what you find. You don't have to think about it right now. I'll give you some time to think about it.
Okay.
And you'll
Okay.
take it with you. So then when you decide what you found, just let us know.
Do I need to do so? It says when I try to conceal something, I should do the sleight of hand
Yes.
check. So I need to do that before we leave this building.
Yes, if you're trying to
So
steal
let's
it
see if
rather
I
than
can-
asking her for it, you would definitely want to do a
Correct.
sleight of hand.
Okay.
So
I can tell Jamazing just waiting for it to backfire.
It worked.
it's
Beautiful.
perfect. Yes, absolutely.
Fell right into my lap. Perfect. Now I have to think of what it is. I'll let
Yeah.
you know in a second.
Sure thing. Chat seems to have some suggestions for you too.
Oh, okay. Let me check.
I don't know if they're serious suggestions, but
Liz, that's dark.
What do you mean? She said that her grandma was dead and there's this chaos orb, so maybe it's some
Wow.
dark, you know? Maybe something
Well, it
crazy.
backfires while we're in the spooky area.
Yeah, maybe.
all right. Then, any other questions for me, loves?
No, I think that's it. Did you mention how far away this manor is?
Yeah, it's only about a 10-minute journey up the road.
Oh, that's
It's
not
quite
that bad.
secluded, though, so careful, I would say.
Are we letting Winky get his drink, or are we stopping him?
You can. Claim
Kigo,
character.
Kigo
Yeah.
Silver. So should we let Winky go get his drink, or do you think he's going to be unsufferable if we don't?
Am I hearing her? Am I in range?
Yep.
Can I hear
Yes.
this?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Nyla, you don't just let me do anything. You understand that, right? Like I'm a person.
You realize how tall are you, Winky? Do you know in your character?
How tall am I?
Yeah.
Tall
How
enough.
tall is?
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
You realize you're a short dwarf, right, Winky?
This short dwarf would whoop your ass.
No, okay.
I'm gonna kind of interrupt them, or while they're bickering back and forth, I'm gonna kind of talk to. Was it Arla? Is it
Yeah.
quest giver? I'm gonna ask. Do you have a beer or something I can pay you for?
What does it look like? I'm not a pub.
Okay, I just thought I'd ask. Come on, Winky, we just gotta go.
I look at Kigo. Can you imagine having that much attitude for someone who can't even grow real vampiric canines?
Ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
I overhear this and just kind of scoff and walk away. I'll remember that comment, Winky.
You remember what? When it's daytime and I just walk outside? Is that when
Yes.
you'll remember it?
Yes, that comment.
Sounds real good to me. Let's go.
And then we start to walk down the tower, I guess.
I'm talking to Kigo as we walk. This is what I don't understand about those vampire people. It's like, first of all, why would you ever want to be one? It's so edgy. And second of all, I don't understand it at all. It just doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah,
Do they live forever?
until a little bit of sunlight, then they all, my skin.
Right? That's what I'm talking about.
No.
Jesus, I bet you she keeps her grandmother's ashes in her back pocket. I swear it. Vampires are weird, dude.
I want to walk up to them and I want to look at Winky and I want to bend down because he's so short. And I would like to say, Winky, I think we got off on the wrong foot. Do you think we could start over? I'd really like to maybe work together.
I look over my left shoulder and I go, shut the fuck up, Fungalius. I'm busy right now. And then I look at Nyla and I go, I mean, no. And then I slap myself. Yes.
Oh, okay. And I continue. I kind of walk away from him super cautiously and confused and walk over to Silver and kind of eye two weird people we're grouped with.
But I'm glad Nyla doesn't think I'm one of those weird people after my failure at stealthing. I think it's brought us closer together. I kind of made the group laugh, so
I feel like it's like Kronk in The Emperor's New Groove where he goes, "Acha, acha." So just so everybody knows, as players, Silver has pocketed something, but as characters, you did not see her do that. So everybody was kind of in the dark to the fact that Silver has pocketed something from this place. Okay.
Okay.
So I guess you're all done with Arla?
I think so, yeah.
All right.
Is Arla watching us walk away, or she like closed her door?
She's back into doing what she needs to do, but the door, as it shuts, the face has reappeared, and the eyes are kind of just staring at you guys as you're having your conversation.
It's such a weird door. Am I right? And I look at Silver.
sorry. Still thinking about my item that I pocketed.
What a weird door, Silver. Why would you have a door that has a face on it if you just open it up when people ask?
I don't know. I still don't know if I can trust her.
500 gold pieces does seem a little sus. You know what I mean? Because the other dude said 10 silver, maybe.
Although he did say at least 10 silver, so he was not wrong.
Yeah, but he literally underplayed it by thousands of percentages.
I think we
Right.
should just be on our guard as we head to the manor.
Yeah, and also she didn't mention when Winky was asking her about a cave and the specifics of things, she did get really, really upset. So I think we should probably be careful and keep our eyes open when we get near.
And I think we should get a couple things straight. We didn't really work together as a group on that at all.
Says
I
the one who
assume-
tried to turn invisible.
Exactly,
And
because nobody else was going in, so I had to lead the way. So who are we looking at here as our leader in this group? How do we want to proceed going into this manor in case something is awry?
I kind of looked
Because
towards
I'm not doing that
Kigo.
again. I'm not going to put myself at risk and go in first every time. So that was it. That was it for me. Nose goes. Who's next?
I kind of
Kinda-
nudge
Yeah.
at Kigo.
I'm kind of laughing because I everything in me wants to laugh and just say it's Winky, but I'm not going to because that would be too good. I kind of just like stare at everybody. I'm not really said a yes or no.
The door is going to speak, and it's going to say, "Can you please get off my porch, loves? I can hear everything you're saying and all of your conspiring, and I'm starting to lose my concentration, my patience."
Okay, at that point, I just corral everyone and just move us in the way that we need to go.
Okay.
And
Winky-
Winky's over there talking to himself, so I have to actually snap him out of whatever he's doing, and he finally comes on.
Winky, what were you trying to percept?
I'm looking for the snake that was following me earlier.
Oh, it's probably back on Silver. Silver,
Yeah,
do
I
you
was-
want to
I
describe
was
where your
seeing-
snake is?
Hmm?
Do you want to describe where your snake is?
Yeah, it's back near me. It's with
On
the
the
group.
ground?
We're all together. Yeah, it just kind of it's on my arm. I keep it on my arm, so it's like wrapped around my arm, just kind of watching everything at the moment.
Oh, okay. So I'm gonna. Hey, that's the snake that was following me earlier. It seems to have taken a liking to you, Silver.
Yeah, this is my pet snake.
It's
What's
not a
its name?
secret.
I didn't know that. What's its name?
Slytherin.
Wait, I saw that snake on that goblin when the goblin approached me earlier.
Hmm.
Did you really?
I like her.
I did.
Silver, did you buy
Interesting.
that snake off of the goblin?
No, I already had the snake. The snake and I go way back. I wanted to get to know you guys, kind of keep an eye on you, and I was worried we were going to get separated at the start. So I'll admit I had my snake following you around a little bit. But now that we're working together, I can I can send my snake in wherever we need to go. But the snake's not going in first either. I don't know if we're getting off track here with the snake. I went in first. We're not sending in my snake and putting my snake in danger. But we can use him to our advantage if we need to.
God,
Also,
you give a
can
woman a snake for the first time, and now she doesn't want anything to happen to it.
Wow.
I kind of interrupt and I ask Silver and say, I noticed that you were holding a book in the library before we left, but it was in a different language. Were you able to read that? Were you able to translate that?
No, I wasn't able to see what it said.
Okay, so Silver, you have to give me a deception check on that. So exclamation check space deception.
Oh.
Nobody believes you. So you guys can play that up however you wish.
Okay, I was just wondering. I was just curious. Trying to learn a little bit more about our group as we go.
Okay.
Right. You mentioned bringing us together and making sure we're a team. Well, you wouldn't lie to me, would you?
I
So
don't
how will
think
this
she's
work?
lying.
How will this work? Because I already did a deception check. So if I lie again, do I just keep doing deception checks, or?
No, you can just keep lying, but people will know that you're lying, essentially. But your character doesn't know that they know, so you're kind of committed to whatever
Got
train
it.
of thought you had, okay?
Yeah. No, you guys just asked me a minute ago about the snake, and I've told you everything there is to know. So clearly, we're all on the same team here.
I kind of
team-
note
Go
that
ahead.
Winky's talking, and so it's obviously way more important because he'll get mad at us if he gets interrupted again, and that could be scary.
What do you mean? What? Huh?
You could just start yelling at us. I never know what you're going to say or what you're going to do. You're always talking to an invisible guy over your shoulder. I don't want you to go crazy.
Nyla, it's not an invisible. You guys can't see him?
I give up at that point and I kind of just walk away.
Everyone, I point to my left. This is Lord Fungalius. He comes everywhere with me. He's my favorite friend. I've had him since I was a kid. Met him in the first grade. Pebble School is what they call it.
I just accept that and nod my head.
You can't
Okay,
see
how-
him? I'm seeking validation. You can like,
Sure, Winky, sure.
oh, perfect. Yeah, see, I told you, Lord. Look at Fungalius. Say hi. Jesus, he's scared. He's not as famous as I am.
What was his
I kind
name?
of,
Lord
I kind of
Fungalius?
retreat a little bit, and I have a sigh of relief because it seems like even though I was lying about the book, they've kind of moved on per usual,
Yep.
like the idiots they are.
Wow.
That escalated.
All right, so as you guys are discussing and getting to know each other a little bit better, you are heading in the direction of the manor. Can everyone please give me a perception check? So ! check space perception, please. Ooh. Wow.
Double 22s.
So, Kigo, you're going to be the only one that doesn't kind of have this information. So you're going to have to play it up like you don't know unless somebody says something. As you head towards the manor, you can see, so it is a long kind of dirt road that is not very well kept. So weeds are starting to sprout out. It is very forest. It's through the forest. So there are trees, very large trees that are flanking both sides of the road. And just overall, it's overgrown. It's a little bit difficult to make your way through the road. Just up ahead, so you don't quite see the house yet because of all the foliage. But up ahead, Liz, Nyla, Silver, and Winky, you notice that it looks like on the edges of the road that some of the foliage has been disturbed very recently.
Can I roll an investigation check?
Ure.
Okay, here, let me.
So while Liz is doing that, I think I kind of like whisper to Kigo out of earshot of Winky and Nyla, and I'm impressed that he's the only one who detected that I was lying about the book. And I think to myself, you know, Winky's a liability. He's shouting things out. Nyla seems very concerned with herself, but Kigo seems pretty honorable. He's out here to kind of prove something to his family. So I think I might want to align a bit more with Kigo as we go in towards this manor. And I think I'm going to tell him what I saw on the book.
And I wait.
Just Kigo.
Didn't we
so,
all?
Can you PM him?
So I sent. So my sneak can actually communicate. It speaks in the language that everybody can understand. So I actually send my sneak over, and it goes up and it whispers in Kigo's ear this information. That's how the others don't hear it.
Okay, perfect. And do you want to just whisper it to him in Discord? So that not everybody knows.
Also, question at the beginning, because I think she rolled like a 6 or a 7. Didn't we all kind of know that she wasn't telling the truth necessarily? Did Kigo just push it a little more?
No. So everybody knew that she was lying, but she didn't know. So she kind of just willingly was like, okay, I feel like I was lying badly there. I think Kigo might have been the only one that picked up on that. I'm going to fill Kigo in.
Yeah.
But everybody does know
for
that she
other
was
reasons.
lying.
Yeah. And I have all the other reasons too. It's not just because of the pushing of the lie.
Right. So, Nyla, at this distance, you can tell that it looks like the foliage was purposely kind of cut down. It was chopped down with a very kind of sharp implement, and is definitely a man or humanoid made intrusion or whatever, however you want to say it. Whatever caused the break in foliage that's up the road ahead is man-made.
Is this a heavily wooded road?
It is, yes.
Okay. Are there birds in the trees?
Yes.
Can I cast Speak with Animals?
Oh, God. Sorry, let me just switch this to maybe a more foresty music.
Do I have to type !cast to do a spell?
Yes. Cast space and then your spell name.
Okay, I tried Speak with Animals. It says it's not a valid spell to cast.
Oh, do you have it in your character sheet?
Totally.
So I don't have it. Let's
I
just
can
do this. Speak with.
I thought I saw it too because I was
Animals.
like, oh, I know Winky can. Outside of the game, obviously.
So you gain the ability to comprehend and verbally communicate with beasts for the duration. Yeah.
Can I? This is gonna be so funny. I'm just gonna start chirping at the bird.
Okay.
I'm trying to draw attention to a bird. I want to ask if there's anything ahead or if there's anything in the general area that might be dangerous for us moving forward.
Okay.
Too bad you didn't intercept my snake's conversation with Gigo. Misplay on your part.
No, I thought about it, but I didn't really want to.
Yeah, your perception was kind of low to even
don't know
that
what
the
you don't
snake
know.
was there. So
No, the first time it was following me, I was like, nah, fucking.
right.
gonna
So
lie
the
to me like
birds
Silverwood.
will chirp back to you, Winky, which you understand, and they say that there are 5 humans that are waiting in the trees up ahead.
5 humans, and then I'm 5. Gallus, do you hear that? We got 5 humans ahead, and then I forgot to stop chirping. I said that in chirp language.
Oh, okay.
I kind of look at Winky, like, not surprised that he's crazy, but kind of accepting it. And I go ahead and tell the group that these weeds and the grass has been hacked, and Arla might have sent people up ahead of us, so we might want to be careful because it looks like it was a man-made job.
And just so everybody's aware, there was a verbal component to Kigo speaking with animals, which means everybody knows that he did cast a spell.
Or Winky, right?
Just so you're.
Oh,
sorry, did I say
shit.
Kigo? Winky, yeah.
Out of game, I was gonna ask how. Okay, do you do spell casts with a focus, or do you actually need the items?
No. Unless it requires like a monetary component, like resurrection will require like diamonds worth 500 gold pieces.
Mhm.
You would need that in order to cast resurrection, but everything else perfectly fine to just cast it at
Okay,
will,
for
no
sure.
issue.
Thank God, because I didn't bring any strands of copper wire.
No. Most spellcasters will get an arcane focus, and then you can cast kind of through that focus if you want. But I don't care about kind of keeping track of whatever ritual components you might need. However,
Okay,
like I
sweet.
said, everybody does know that you kind of did do like Wingardium Leviosa kind of incantation in order to start speaking to animals.
So just an FYI, my focus is my guitar, my lute, and whenever I cast a spell, I play certain like different chords on it.
Okay.
So they probably just heard me go ring and then start chirping at like a bird.
Sure.
Like,
And also, Kigo, just to remind you, like I gave you that information on the stealth with the snake, and I chose to trust you. But I'm not really sure totally your personality, what your character is, so you can choose to do with that information like what you will.
Okay.
I'm
I'm gonna keep it to myself right now.
when I tell about the weeds being hacked down, I kind of back up so I can let anybody else go forward after I let them know the information.
And everybody's listening to Winky kind of chirp very surprisingly towards the birds.
Let me ask this real quick. Are we aware that he are we aware that he has like magic powers with his lute? Like,
yes, because he said he went to bard school. Everybody knows that bards can cast spells. Are usually pretty magical.
do we catch on that he's like actually talking to animals now, or
technically you would know that he cast a spell. You might not know. If you wanted to know what spell he cast, you could do a check, but for the sake of kind of moving things along, you know he
Right.
cast a spell.
right?
But-
Okay.
hey guys, everybody,
So I just
everybody,
did a-
look at me.
I just did a stealth check. I feel a little nervous considering the circumstances. We have these weeds that have been disturbed. We have Winky yelling about 5 people up in the trees. I passed, so I'm now in stealth. I don't really want to be seen like the rest of the group.
Okay.
So
Just so
I
you know,
am
for
kind
your
of
stealth, you do need to like actually go and hide. Like you can't just be on the road with everybody else. So you're gonna have to go into the forest.
So I just went like behind a tree and I stealthed to be.
Perfect.
So I'm kind of observing to the side
Sure.
of the group.
Yep,
Okay,
perfect.
I'm gonna ask Winky, what do you got to say? What happened?
Kigo, okay, hear me out. Shut up. No, don't shut up. Listen, Kigo, this is important. Are you listening? Are your
Yeah,
ear
yeah.
holes open?
Did Fungalius say anything?
Yes, actually, but he always says things. It's about the birds, Kigo. The birds have told me something, and I get super wide-eyed. There's people climbing the trees over there. They must have a tree fort.
People climbing the trees.
The birds said there's 5 humans climbing the trees, and they're just step ahead. We could go hang out in trees. It's tree fort.
Let me just roll something first.
Okay,
if you could see me, that would be my face, but I'm stealthed, so
You're doing that to one of the birds nearby.
Yeah. We're just hanging out. We're just chilling in the trees.
Is the guys are like up ahead? We're in a direction we're going. Is that correct?
Yeah. No, they're right up the road. Couple trees that way.
Do the birds say if they have any? Are they armed or anything, or do they have like bows?
I don't know. Let me confer. Chip, 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 chip.
Yes, they are armed, is what they say.
Kigo, they're armed.
With
they have
tree-cutting stuff, is what how they would describe it. Is how they would describe it.
They must be building a fort.
Okay, can I actually use a cantrip?
Sure.
I don't know how to do it. I have minor illusion.
Okay.
Can I place an illusion up on the road further ahead?
Sure. Let me just get exactly what it can do. So you create a sound or an image of an object within range, so within 30 feet, which sure that's pretty far up ahead. If you create an image of an object such as a chair, muddy footprints, or a small chest, it must be no larger than a 5-foot cube.
Okay, so
it
I
can't
could
create sound, light, smell, or any other sensory effect. So you
I
can
couldn't
create
necessarily put like an image of myself, could I? But I could like at least go over there and make some noise or something, or like try and spook those guys, right?
Yeah, you could make a sound. So you can do like a scream, a whisper. It can be in your voice or someone else's voice. But yeah, you couldn't really do an illusion of someone. It would have to be an object. So you pick one or the other, sound or object. And then sound, it could just be you screaming or whatever. However you want to do it, I'll let you decide.
Okay, I think I'm gonna do a minor illusion. In that direction, basically like right in the middle of all of them, the 5 people. And I think all I'm gonna do is just it says someone else's voice.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna let it be Liz's voice. You're welcome.
Are any of the 5 people ahead of us girls, or are they all guys? Do we know?
You don't know.
You didn't humanoid.
Ask.
They said humans.
Sorry, Kigo, did you say what you're saying yet? Or no?
I was gonna let Liz I was gonna project her voice over there.
You need to pick what is going to be said. So it's your spell. Okay. Yeah. So you're just saying something in Liz's voice.
All right. What does Liz want to say? Hold on. Don't help me. Hold on.
Make sure you talk with a lisp because of your small, insignificant vampire teeth.
It's true.
Tell me how you really feel.
Let's see. Oh, it doesn't have to be like a one word. It could be just like a sentence, right? Almost.
It's more of a, because it's not like a.
It's kind of like an alert, almost.
Yes,
right?
exactly. So you're kind of screaming. You're maybe one word, 1 or 2 words.
Can it be like? Can it be just like? I don't know, like runaway or something.
Sure.
Like a blood curdling, runaway.
Runaway, little girl.
So you shout runaway in Liz's voice about 30 feet ahead of you to where
my super intimidating voice, by the way.
Right.
So 3 men will jump out when they hear the voice, and then they'll kind of look a little bit confused at the fact that there's not somebody kind of right there, and then see that you're about 30 feet away, and they'll go, hey, you over there. Come here.
You've gotten the whole group discovered except for me because I'm still stealth behind the trees. So
That's right,
they see
Silver.
all all three of you guys.
Yeah.
They must be talking about me. I walk over.
Which one of you is named Kigo?
That would be Kigo, and I point at Kigo.
That's me.
Our associate, Shalala, says that you have a lot of gold on you.
Oh,
So we're going to
Oh,
need
no.
that gold,
Oh,
if you don't
Shalala.
mind.
Okay, hold on. I need
Can
Let's see.
I roll an intimidation check?
Sure.
Okay.
Liz, white knighting for Kigo.
Well, I'm scared because now these guys want to take what? Okay, hold on. I'll roll an intimidation check while he's.
I can if I use a spell, is that gonna that has potential to skyrocket things, right?
It
Yeah.
definitely does, yes.
But it could help things too.
Okay,
Can,
so
can I do an intimidation as well?
We all
could,
just-
but Liz is first. So Liz called out that she
Okay.
wanted to do it first, and then Winky is doing some sort of performance, which we will get to right after
Oh
Liz does her
my.
intimidation.
Which is a failed performance. Why am I not surprised?
So Liz, do what you're doing for a very strong intimidation check.
Okay, so I take a dagger out of the side, like out of my back of my pants, and I kind of like hold it and move it between both of my hands and look at it and then look at them and say, I'm not really sure. You might want to reconsider. We don't really have a lot of patience here. We don't really want to give up our gold right now. You might want to not ask.
They're going to get a little bit nervous. You're going to hear one of them say, do you think she's a butch lesbian? Oh my god, I really can't deal with that right now. So they look quite skittish. However, now Winky starts up.
Oh
Great.
God, Winky.
I'm gonna walk up to him and I'm gonna say, "Look, guys, I know you're here for some gold, but who needs gold when you have the magic of entertainment? This will suffice." And then I start playing them a song.
Okay.
Winky and I are just completely opposite.
Yeah, so it seems like they were very nervous at Liz's intimidation, but now that they hear Winky's kind of terrible music that he's playing, they all kind of like shake off the nerves that they had.
Great.
And they're like, we're not scared of you. Hand over that gold.
Everyone's a critic. You know
Okay,
that
then-
everyone's a critic.
I think I'm gonna do an intimidation as well. Wait, I gotta do check. Sorry.
Check intimidation, yeah.
Oh God, is that good or bad?
So-
That's right on it, right?
I'll let you RP it. It's going to be a bad intimidation, so it's not going to work. But so play up a failed intimidation check.
God, shoot. Oh no. Hold on.
Hugo keeps doing these rolls, and then he either gets it or doesn't get it, and it's like, wait, what do I do?
Yeah, I was ready.
I didn't expect to get
I was
this
ready
far.
to win. Let's see. Well, I don't really have like a lot of gold on me on my character. That you don't want to try anything. We got a dwarf on our side.
That is
Yeah,
a
you got a
failed
big bad
intimidation
book.
for sure.
Well, we aren't scared of no dwarves.
Okay,
They
so
say.
I'm gonna decide, even though I'm safe on the side,
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna help the group. I'm gonna try my best to help the group anyways. I'm gonna come out not with brute force, but hopefully with the power of persuasion. So I'm gonna call a persuasion check to see if I can just tip the scales in our favor. Oh yikes.
Oh,
That didn't work
We're
either.
crumbling.
We're
So-
screwed, boys.
Silver, I need you to hop out of the woods and try to convince these bandits very poorly to let you pass.
Oh crap. Okay, well, listen.
Oh, thank you.
How much? Well, here. Let me ask them. How much gold did Shalila tell you Kigo has on him?
We're
Did
not
she
answering any
specify?
of your questions, Missy.
So then, how do we even know Shalila told you that? What's your credibility? You're 5 guys hanging out in a tree in the woods. We don't know who you are. And maybe you thought you could intimidate my friends because it looked like it was 5 against 3, but there's 4 of us here. So I just think this is a bad idea for us to fight right now. I don't know if you guys feel confident about this fight, but you shouldn't.
Listen here, we're feeling pretty confident because us and Shalala, we're like BFFs, and this is maybe a little side hustle that we have set up, and it's been quite lucrative. Enough talk. And they're going to brandish their scimitars, and we're going to be starting a combat.
How do we do this?
So I'm going to start. It's called Init Begin. So you guys need to do exclamation mark. Here, let me write it out. Well, I think you can kind of see. Init Join. Type out the Init Join, and it'll add you straight into the initiative. Let me change the music. We've got a fight coming.
So what's a successful?
Gus.
Is it anything under 10 is a fail, or 10 and
Nope.
under is a fail? Or
So the difficulty of what you need to achieve will I'm the one that chooses it, kind of as an impartial storyteller, because
Okay.
let's say you wanted to flirt with a dragon and convince the dragon to give you its treasure. Technically, you can try, but I would give that like an incredibly difficult DC. Like I would say you need to get at least 30 on your check
Okay.
in order for that to succeed. So depending on what you want to do, how difficult it is, that'll determine what you need to try to hit on your number. Typically, at a low level, you're looking at about 12 to 15 is what your maximum kind of checks are going to be, unless, again, you're trying to do something very, very, very difficult. So we want to do battle.
Monka.
So, and then I add Bandit.
Bandit.
So there are, well, some of you have the information that there is 5 in total. I'm going to play them all in the same initiative. You only currently see 3. They are the ones who are brandishing their weapons that are on the road ahead of you. First combat for you. So let's just get some little bit combat rules going out. If for the newer players or for everybody, it might be a good refresher. Bring up your character sheets. If you look into the actions section of your character sheet, this is essentially what you can do once per round. So every round, you get 1 action and 1 move, and you get a bonus action. The action sections will describe everything that you can do, which is essentially your attacks, your cast a spell, or anything kind of special that you might see in the actions in combat, or anything in particular that your character could do. And then you will have a section for bonus actions. Some of you might not be able to do anything with your bonus actions. So everything that you could potentially do will pop up here. When you take a movement, you can move as much as your speed will allow, and your walking speed will be at the top part right next to where your health is showing, if you can see. I'll let you keep track of your own health if you take damage. I'll let you know if you kind of get hit, if you get hurt, and then you're going to subtract or increase your hit points here. If you drop to 0 hit points, at that point you're going to have to tell me and tell everyone that you have fallen unconscious, and then we'll explain those rules when we get to them. If you have any questions at all, we can play this first. We'll play. Everything's played kind of at our own pace, so don't feel too bad if you got to ask questions multiple times, whatever the case may be. So the initiative is starting. The characters or the bandits are coming at you with their weapons. Winky, you go first.
I'm going to look at the guy directly in front of us, the one who was talking, and I'm going to say, you know what you look like? You look like a poor motherfucker. And I cast Vicious Mockery.
All right, so he has to give a saving throw, which is DC 12, Wisdom saving throw?
Yeah, it's a DC 12.
Perfect.
And you have holes in your clothes, you stupid.
Oh, you rolled a 1.
Get pooped on.
How dare you insult
Nerd.
my fashion? That's too far, man. That's too far. So he takes 4 points of psychic damage.
4 points. Emotional baggage. That's what that is.
The baggage, is that what you said?
So just so that everybody's aware, a round is typically about 6 seconds long. The initiative is what determines kind of how fast people are reacting in order to do their actions. However, speaking is a free action. You can do it anytime. So if Winky and this guy are kind of insulting each other, going at it, at any time, Liz can say whatever she wants. Silver can kind of chime in.
Okay.
Talking is kind of free, and I encourage kind of a dynamic fight, a dynamic kind of encounter. So feel free to get colorful with how you want the fight to go. So this guy, sorry, 1 second.
Oh, I'm sorry. My bad. I can't cast
I just want to
Bardic
record
Inspiration in Discord.
Oh. Right. Let me just see. Okay, do you want to describe what it is, what it does?
Yeah, Bardic Inspiration is a bonus action. Creature
Yep.
other than myself within 60 feet that can hear you gains an inspiration dice, 1d6 for 10 minutes. The creature can add it to an ability check, attack roll, or saving throw. This can be added after seeing the roll.
Okay, perfect.
So I was gonna play a little diddly on the old lute and inspire my friend Liz, Nyla.
Ooh.
So
we're
she gets
friends.
an additional 1d6 roll that she can use on something.
So essentially, Liz, whenever you roll anything that is a d20, wait, what is it? Attack rolls and skill checks?
It could be ability check, attack roll, or saving throw.
Okay, so essentially at any point that you roll a d20, after you see the result, you can determine, before I tell you if you are successful or not successful, you can decide if you're going to add a d6 to that roll.
Does that only count for, does my inspiration only count for 1 round? So like if I decide not to, am I still inspired for my next attack?
It's 10 minutes, and a round
Okay.
is what?
Is 60 seconds or
6 seconds long.
Oh,
So
6.
this
Okay,
whole
yeah, so
you'll
20.
you'll have that available to you for this whole combat and probably some good amount of change after the combat. So it's up to you to decide when you want to use it.
Okay, and we don't know how much health they have, right?
You don't know how much health they have. No.
Okay, can I don't know. Can I do a check and then attack?
What
Like
do you mean?
could I do like an inception or like a perception check or
Yes,
something?
you can.
Okay,
so
can I?
Any of those kind of checks. So if it was like athletics to jump up on something, that would be part of your movement. But anything like that would be free for sure.
Can I do? I don't know what it would fall under. No, not perception.
Just let me know what you want, and I can.
Can
tell
I
you.
do like a check to see maybe how strong they are, or how much health they are, or something? Or
Yes.
how weak they are.
Yes, you can give me a nature check for that. You're
Okay.
not sure. You can't tell based on how they look.
Okay. Well, can I when I cast something, it's just exclamation point cast, right?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm gonna cast a spell called Ice Knife at the one that Winky was trying to attack because we're best friends now,
Okay.
and I'm trying to protect him.
So you got a 15.
Save me!
You got a 15 on AC, so this is to see if you can hit him. This would be the time that you would have to decide if you want to use the inspiration die before or after.
You know what? I want to go all out to make sure he's absolutely protected because I want to win his favor back. Because with him going first and inspiring me, I feel inspired to rekindle our friendship. So yes, I will use my inspiration for this attack.
Okay, so go. So you want to roll a d6, and the way you would do that, it would just be exclamation mark R and then
Okay.
d6.
Holy
And then
fuck.
D6, you said?
Yeah.
Ice Knife does a shit ton of damage.
Yeah.
For a level 2?
D6. 1d6.
So you added 2, which means you got a total of 17. You hit the main guy with the ice knife. And now
Oh,
it's
he
going to be
better die.
up to you. You've done enough damage to knock him down to 0 hit points. So here's another rule for you. Whenever you bring a creature down to 0 hit points, it's up to the player to decide if they want to just knock him out or
Nope,
if they want
die.
to straight up kill him.
Kill him.
So you're killing him, okay?
Oh yeah, kill him.
So the main guy that you...
Might have been a mistake, guys. I'm telling the party. So that could have been risky, but you got to go in. We'll see what happens from here. I had to save Winky.
So you cast an ice shard that blasts into the guy's chest, and then it explodes into a bunch of other little shards that threaten to hurt the others around. So they have to give. So there are 2 guys next to him, and they both have to give a dexterity saving throw. And if they fail, they're going to take 11 cold damage. So I'm going to roll that. That's a fail. And that's a fail.
No.
And you did enough damage to both of them to also kill them.
Oh my god.
Yes.
So
That's right, you
Liz,
bitch. Fuck
Yeah,
you.
that's
I'm going
what
to
I
let
thought.
you describe this whole action and how it looks, okay?
Okay, so I do this really intimidating, but I do this really cool looking thing with my hands where I conjure up this ice knife and then it just shoots from me, hits the first guy, explodes. Everything in his pockets go flying everywhere. If he has anything, they hit the people to the left and to the right. It goes in front of us. It goes everywhere. So there are pieces of coins, pieces of fabric from what they were wearing on the ground. It's just this huge disaster. And then he falls, and then the two next to him kind of stagger a little bit, get really surprised with their eyes, and then fall over as well, leaving the two people behind.
Okay, so when you do that, you hear two voices coming from the forest going, oh shit, oh fuck. Kigo, you're next. Guess they should
Okay,
have listened
so
to your
there's-
intimidation, Liz.
There's two out in the forest, right?
There's
that just
yeah,
saw
that's
that
what
go
you were
down?
informed of. Yeah, there were two.
Are
out
they
in the
next to
forest.
each other? Are they next to each other?
You don't know. So the two voices came from both sides, the two sides of the road. So one said, "Oh fuck," that was like the left side of the road, and you heard another one say, "Oh shit," and that came from the right side of the road.
Okay, can I use a spell command to command one to come to me?
So typically you would need to have line of sight, so you'd have to be able to see the guy in order to cast that spell.
Can I roll to see if I can see them? Is that like perception?
Yeah. So you speak a one-word command to a creature you can see within range.
Okay.
Oh, I'll give you an option for you, Kigo. Something that you can do in this game is that you can delay your turn if you want to. You can delay to go after they go, so that, or you could prep an action. So let's say as soon as you see them, you say, "I'm going to cast this spell," and then
Okay.
you'll get triggered before they can take their whole turn. But if you miss out on your condition, so let's say you say, "When I see them, I want to cast command."
Right.
If they stay hiding on their turn, then you kind of lose out on your spell, just so you know.
Okay, I want to see. Let me look at this. Wait.
It looks like you don't have your... What?
Huh? I just did that earlier. Or I thought.
Try it again. I thought you did do it in yours. Or you did it in the gameplay, I thought. Do you want to just try it again? Or you need... Maybe follow the link. Do that. You can link your accounts here, because there's another way that sometimes if you have certain conditions
I've
set
linked
up...
it to Twitch, not to Discord. Here.
Ah. Yeah.
There we go. Now I can try.
Holy shit.
I'm just gonna look. Wait.
Darn.
May take a minute to recognize the link. That's fine.
Do you want to cast it, or do you want to use it? Sorry, do you just want the info on it, or do you want to cast it?
I'll prep command.
Okay.
If we see them, I'll command them. Command whoever I see to
Step
to
forward.
come. Yeah, step forward.
Okay. So, it's now their turn. Two of them will come out of the woods with their hands up, and they're gonna go, whoa, 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 whoa. But as soon as Kigo sees them, he's gonna command, and one of them's eyes will kind of glaze over. Oh wait, I have to roll. They might resist this. They do not. So, two of them come out with their hands kind of raised, and then instantly, Kigo commands the first one that he sees to step forward. His eyes kind of glaze forward, and then he comes towards the other group. The other guy is going, no, man, no. Like, we're beat. Please, just let us go. And he's not going to attack. So Silver, it's your turn now.
Hey, really, really quick, guys. I'm talking to you because you said we could talk in the fight,
Yep.
right?
Mhm.
Really, really quick, guys. I have this brilliant idea. Instead of killing the rest, I think we kind of made our point. What if we take one of them as our hostage? That way, if her name is Ryla, right? I have my notes.
Arla.
Arla. That way, if Arla has any tips or any more tricks up her sleeve, we have one of these guys, and then maybe we can intimidate them if we have any questions once we get in the manor and there's anybody else.
So just a like out of character or out of game reminder, when they popped out of the woods, they said that they were working with Shalala. So they could potentially also be working with Arla, but they seem to be working for the goblin.
Goblin.
Oh,
that was flirting with
then
Kiko.
Yeah, then Shalala. Sorry, not
Arla. Yeah.
Arla. Yes, I didn't write Shalala down, so I didn't remember. Okay, then Arla. Yeah. So then going back in character, correct myself. Wait, no, not Arla, Shalala, the goblin that Winky shot down. So she might be a little mad at us. It might be a good idea to maybe take one of them with us to see what they know.
So
Galius agrees.
I'm a melee person, so do I also, when I do exclamation point, do I do exclamation point spell, or like
Nope,
how does that work for the melee ability?
You would do exclamation mark attack space, and then you would use whatever attack. So if it's like dagger or something, you would do attack dagger. So that would be unarmed. That would be an unarmed strike. So hit 2. Yeah, perfect. You would hit with this. So go ahead and describe what you're doing with this.
So I decide to listen to Liz, and I think we're going to take one as hostage, but I don't really want to deal with him right now. So I'm going to knock him out with a headbutt. And then he falls to the ground, and he's now unconscious, and we have the last one to deal with.
Yep. So you would have maybe headbutted the one that Kigo had commanded to come forward.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So he's at your feet
now we
now.
have the one that's kind of in the back, like chilling.
So yeah, he's
left.
So the other guy's he's got his hands up. He's like, please, like I'll give you whatever we have. Please, I don't want to die.
I look over at Liz. Nyla, correct me if I'm wrong here. Shut up, Fungalius. I'm gonna get to this. Fungalius is telling me we only really need one, right? Like we could totally kill this guy.
I definitely agree. I don't think that we need to take any risk by having two. We can listen to what the rest of the group is, but I strongly feel we might only need one.
I look back at the bandit dude. Oh,
Yeah.
well, I mean, looks like they, executive decision.
One second.
Go down.
If you kill me now, then you'll never know where the secret treasure is.
Secret treasure? Who needs secret treasure when you have fame?
I kind of look at Winky and oh man, I think I kind of have to agree with the goblin, but I'll leave it to the rest of the group. What do you guys think?
Hold on, how do I do a check to see if he's lying?
Insight. So exclamation mark check space insight.
Oh, frick.
You can't tell. You can't tell if he's lying or not.
I think we need to.
Whose turn is it right now? In
It
initiative?
is technically
That's true.
Winky's.
Oh, Winky. Let's see.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this all comes down to you, Winky. Do we feel the same way?
Yeah, we're gonna fucking stab him.
Oh yeah.
Hold on. Attack.
Ruthless.
Oh, nice one, damage.
Would you go over there and
stab him.
tickle him?
Nice.
I walk over there and I stab him in the foot.
Technically, it's an
tap him on the
unarmed
face.
strike, so it's like you're punching him in the foot, I guess, or maybe stomping his foot.
No, I typed dagger.
Oh, do you have it? Maybe you don't have it equipped, because it says unarmed here.
Oh.
Because if you do more damage with your dagger, then you should roll
Yeah,
that.
no,
Because you
it's
definitely hit.
equipped.
So you did hit with
It's
your
equipped.
18 plus 2.
Exclamation part attack, dagger.
Weird. I did see it.
I mean, I can just roll
Yeah, just roll it. Roll your damage, yeah.
6 damage. 1d4 plus 2.
Oh, do it in... Okay, that's fine. I'll accept it.
Oh,
but,
okay. My
yeah,
bad. I
just
rolled a dice.
it would be like that. Which is 6.
Oh.
So there you go.
Hey, cool. Look at that. Perfect.
So you stab him in the foot?
I stab him in the foot.
He goes, what the hell? As he's like
Can I use
getting
a
ready to
bonus action?
run.
Can I use a bonus action to push him over?
Or
no?
Yeah, sure, I'll allow it. You can try. You can try. Give me an athletics check.
Okay.
Oh god, an athletics check coming from our dwarf.
Look, he's got 1 foot. I just stabbed him in the foot,
That's
guys.
true,
Give me
So
a
you
break.
kind of nudge him, and he kind of is very stout and is more concerned with trying to flee. So you're not successful in pushing him
Yeah,
over.
how's that feel, bitch?
All right, so I want to just come in and kill this guy. Like, he's on the ground. Let's just finish him off. Like, get it over with. So how do I use my sword on him?
So Silver, you've just finished headbutting this one guy.
Oh, okay.
So
So
Liz
I
is up.
can't.
Liz is up next. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Technically, this guy, if you don't kind of kill him before his turn, he would have an opportunity to do something before you could. That's the main reason why.
I see.
Yeah. Liz.
Okay, so I kind of laugh a little bit at Winky for trying, but I give him credit where credit is due. We both agreed. We're both forming this new friendship. I have a feeling we're going to work out well today, or in this mission. So I want to walk up and stab him with my dagger. However, if I did unarmed strike, it would be the same as Winky. Is it because I don't have it equipped, or do I need to
Did you equip it? Do you have it
do
equipped?
what he does?
Did you
I
equip
don't
it
know
on the
how.
sheet?
I actually don't know how to equip it on this.
Oh, okay. So let's go. If you go over to equipment, if you're in your character sheet and go over to equipment, whatever items you have, there should be a little square on the side. So click
can
that.
I equip it now, or should I not? Should
Yeah,
I do
equip
that
it
later?
now.
Okay.
Equip it now. But in Discord, you will need to do update. So do ! Update.
I'll do that anyway.
And then we'll see if that works. So you
I don't know why it's
updated.
not working.
Now try to do ! Attack dagger.
Okay.
Hey!
I haven't used D&D Beyond, so I didn't know where it was.
Yeah, that's perfect. So, you more blood on your hands. You're going to be offing this guy as well. So go ahead and describe it.
I kind of. Oh God. I kind of take. Can I also take? Oh God. Can I also take Winky's dagger since it's stabbed into his foot right now?
Sure.
And let it go. Like, I'm not gonna let my dagger
Oh,
go.
that's true. I guess that's true. You didn't knock him over or anything.
He's gonna run off with my dagger.
For some reason, I thought that it was still in his foot.
I might do a sleight of hand and try to take the dagger.
So just so you guys know, this guy was like 30 feet away. So Winky had to move up to him, and now Liz is moving up
And
to
now
him
I move up
as
to him.
well.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I go and I grab him and I look at the other goblin. Wait, it's a goblin, right? Or a
No, they're
humanoid?
humans. They're humans. Yeah.
Oh God, I feel so much better. I thought this whole time it was goblins. Okay, I mean bad. I feel worse.
I feel so
worse,
much
not
better killing humans.
I feel worse. So I
More
grab
at
the
home.
guy. Yeah, I grab the guy with my arms like around his chest where he's facing out like I'm using him as a shield. And I look at the other human in his eyes and I said, you probably want to follow us and you probably want to help us out and you want to give us the information that we ask for through the day, or you'll end up like this. And I stab him and leave him to die.
The treasure. Homophobia, and then he dies. So
weird
Did
Way
you
to
just
go.
say he said homophobia?
that's his last word. Yeah. These
okay.
were a bunch of gay merry men, but we
Okay,
never kind of
okay,
got
okay.
into that. Yeah.
Well, no.
Makes sense.
Some
So you
would
guys
say they're half
just committed a
vampires.
hate crime. So I'm sorry. But you do have one that's currently knocked out. So that's the end. So I can end the initiative. In it and yes. So there we go. The initiative is over. You killed 4 men, and you've knocked out one guy who is now at Silver's feet. Silver and Kigo, technically, who are still back there, but he's unconscious right now. What would you guys like to do?
I want to tie him up. I want to tie this dude up. I got
Okay.
60 feet of rope.
Sure.
Well, now we have to carry this guy.
Do we? Or can we just bury him in the ground?
I thought
come
we were
back to him when
using
we're
him
ready.
as a hostage.
Yeah, we'll
I
come back
think-
to him when we're ready.
We could.
I think instead of leaving him behind, we might want to use him as like the guinea pig. So we don't know what we're about to be up against. We don't know what we're walking
that's a good
into.
idea.
So I say we like throw some water on him, maybe tie up his hands.
Waterboard
But
him.
then
Good idea.
we're gonna we're gonna use him like in front of the group since none of us could decide who's gonna go into the manor first. Let's make
That's a
this
really
guy
good
go
idea.
in first.
Could we
Actually, this is how we tie his hands up. My snake wraps around his wrist and locks in tight so he can't go anywhere.
Question. Can we intimidate this guy so that maybe he can tell us where the fuck the special secret treasure is that the
We're
other
just
dude is
messing
talking
this
about?
guy up completely.
So are you waking him up before you're interrogating him, or are you kind of just yelling at him for answers and he's still unconscious?
I don't know if the group even wants to.
No, and
ask
Winky's
him
probably
questions.
over there talking to a tree, thinking that he's talking to the guy.
I am
Yeah.
actually. Yeah. It's
Oh,
funny you say
out of
that.
cour-
asking
out of
his
character real
invisible
quick.
friend.
I know that like my command thing is kind of like a battle spell, but could I technically kind of command him to be in front, like you know? Could that be a way to just make him kind of mindlessly walk in front of us?
It only lasts for 1 round, I believe.
Okay,
So
okay.
you'd have him commanded for about 6 seconds.
And I know it says on there that he knows that I had commanded
he
him.
was commanded, yeah.
Yeah.
And
like,
just so
we
you
already-
know,
we already defeated
Liz,
him. We've tied
you
him up.
used, sorry, Liz, you used one of your spell slots already,
Mhm.
and Kigo, you've used one of your spell slots.
So I
Or
need
just
me
to.
too.
Make sure you.
How does resting work?
What does that mean? By the way.
So if you go to your character sheet and you look at your spells section, you'll see cantrips and first level.
Do I need to hit cast?
And then next to first level, there should be some squares. That's the number of slots that you have. Do you see that? So you just mark off one of those because you only have these number of slots per day.
Oh yeah, right. It's per day. Yeah.
Yeah. So just so you know, you've used up one of your slots for today. If you wanted to take a long rest in order to get that back, you'd have to rest for about 8 hours. And then if you want to take a short rest, that's only about 1 hour to take a short rest, and you can spend some dice to heal up during a short rest. So it's like you kind of set up a little picnic and you're taking a breather and you're kind of recovering some stuff. So that's how you could heal a little bit in your short rest. And then some classes will also get things part of their short rest. So it'll say you can get this back after you take a short rest. So make sure you guys are aware of what your class kind of skills and abilities are, because some of you might want to take short rests, and for other people, it's not going to be that big of a deal to take a short rest.
Okay.
But it isn't 1 hour of not kind of extenuous effort is the way you have to take a short rest.
Okay. I forgot about resting and days and stuff and sleeping.
Yeah.
I totally
And
forgot
food.
about that. Yeah, I completely forgot about all of that stuff.
You're not
Okay,
too far
so-
away from town anyway, so
Oh, that's true. We were like 10 miles or minutes or
10
something.
minutes,
so
yeah.
I kind of sorry. I kind of agree with Winky. Wait, did you say we should wake him up or leave him here?
I think we tie him up and we walk his happy ass back to the goblin and find that secret chest.
Oh, right, because he was working for that one goblin.
That bleach blonde bitch. that's
Shalala.
back there. Fucking-
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
We're so close to the manor. It's just up ahead. Do we really want to go back?
Yeah.
They could have been lying. How do we know they're even telling the truth?
You know,
Yeah, but
Silver, I haven't known Silver very long, but this is the first time I've ever seen you turn down the prospect of money. Just saying.
well,
Well-
let's. Sorry, Silver.
We don't know if they're telling the truth. Shalala was trying to get money from Kigo. They were trying to get money from Kigo. So why would they, if they had knowledge about a treasure, why wouldn't they have gone and taken it? But
Yeah.
guaranteed in front of us at the manor is the promise of our quest reward.
I kind of want to step in and mockingly look at Winky and say, "Who needs money when you got fame?"
Listen, Kigo, let me tell you something. When somebody wants money, it means they usually have some and they want more. We have here an idiot captured. No, not talking about you, Fungalius. I'm talking about the dude we just captured. If we bring him back, we can hold him ransom and we'll get money even if there isn't a secret chest.
Although I kind of agree with Silver. The Shalala in town, her only motive was trying to get gold. She didn't seem to have a different motive. So I honestly think she knew that Arla was sending adventurers to the manor to help her, and so they knew that they could intercept any adventures sent this way. So I think it makes sense, and I kind of agree with Silver. I feel like we should go forward, and then we can possibly use him as a distraction to go through the main room, which would probably have a trap.
Fine. It looks like I'm beaten. Come on, Fungalius. And I walk east.
So what are you doing with this guy first? You're tying him up. Are you waking him up at this point?
So
Yeah.
I send my snake over. My
Right.
snake wraps around his wrist.
Right,
He
okay.
now can't use his hands. We throw out of my my rogue pack that I have on the side, right? I have all my tools. Do I have some water or something in there? I don't know.
Sure.
Maybe I do.
Yeah, you would
Um,
want to carry some water with you.
Yeah. So I'm gonna just throw a little water on him. Not waterboarding him. We're just waking him up, right?
Yeah, waterboard him!
Oh,
So he's
what?
now awake. He's defeated. He's scared for his life. We've just killed all of his friends. I think he's complicit. He will now move with us within the group. There's not much he can do about it.
That's what you're telling him?
Yeah. Well, that's his head. He's thinking, what else can he do, right? Like, he's got to go.
What'd you guys do? What happened to all my friends? You murdered? You murdered them?
Fuck, guys, we gotta get out of here. We just committed a hate crime.
Hey, they attacked us first. They knew what they were about to get into.
Yeah, and he's the only one here, and if he decides to threaten us, we just kill him.
We weren't gonna kill you guys.
Well,
You guys are all
that's-
psychopaths.
That sounds like a personal problem, honestly.
I fist bump Nyla.
Well,
fist bump
what do
you
you want with me?
What's your lucky day? We decided to let you come with us.
Well,
And if
I
you-
don't
if
know
you
that you're that
cooperate-
lucky.
I don't think it's my lucky day at all.
Well, we'll let you live if you just walk with us.
We need to know what we're about to face ahead, and you wouldn't tell us verbally. So now we're just gonna see with our own eyes what happens when we send you in. That's what I'm telling him.
He's going to struggle. He does not want to follow you guys, and he's a bit hysterical at this point. So, I'm gonna roll
I told you we should have waterboarded him.
an athletics check
It's
to
okay, Winky, we
see
can
if he's
intimidate him
able to
otherwise-
kind of
or else.
pull away from you. Oh,
Who
wrong
who
one.
has a hold of them right now?
Silver does.
The
right?
snake.
Snake.
Oh, the snake. Okay. He's like, like a very.
Maybe
very
he's really scared of
poorly.
snakes, though.
yeah,
Maybe he's
true.
super-
Yeah, he's kind of freaking out a bit. So he begrudgingly follows your commands as you lead him up the path towards the manor. And so we have reached the grounds of this ancient house, and the whole place looks just completely decrepit, dark, sinister, broken, and overall just general dread when you feast your eyes upon this Viveranda estate, that being Arla's namesake. The man that you have tied up stops whimpering, and when he sees this, his eyes go wide, and he looks like he's just in total shock. And this music, not quite doing justice. Let's go to this.
Make it all spooky and ominous.
Yeah.
Okay. So before we go any further, before we send him in, I have a couple of questions and some information that I'd like to reveal to the group. Winky, you're a bard, right? And you have your guitar on you. Do you carry a notepad for writing some songs?
Silver, let's be real. Do you really think the best musician in the whole wide universe would have to write their songs down? It's all in the head. It's all in the head.
Well, frick.
Well, frick.
Wrong answer, Winky. I'm about to tie you up and send you in for sacrifice.
Fungalius holds all my songs right in his memory, and I can look over my shoulder and ask him if I'm fucking something up. Sometimes we duet. You want to hear it? And I pull my lute out.
No. It's okay. It's okay, Winky. It's okay.
I'm gonna step in and look to Silver because I usually write down spells from time to time and hand her a piece of parchment,
Okay, thanks.
piece of
Kigo.
paper.
So, I know we haven't gotten much information out of these bandits on the road, so we're not sure what we're heading into. And I know we have this guy ahead of us, but I'm feeling nervous because you know how you guys asked me about that book back in the library? And I told you I wasn't sure what it said.
No, what book?
Well, while we've been traveling, I've been thinking about that and I've taken time to decipher it. And it's given us some information that I feel like we might need as we move forward. So the book said, Viveranda Manor is rumored to have an item of dark power related to necromancy. Leave at all costs.
Necromancy?
Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute. Nyla's all about romancing necks. I know vampires do shit like that all the time.
Why would you assume that? Just because vampires, I'm a half vampire, half human. I was raised by a human. I was raised by good ideals and positiveness. That's why I'm here helping you guys. Why would you just assume that about me?
Because you're a vampire. And he said necromancy.
Winky, I think you need a little bit more than that.
I'm just gonna roll my eyes to this conversation.
Whoa, look, Kigo can do it too. He's doing that eyeball thing. That's what Nyla always does.
I kind of look at Silver and Kigo and look at him and look back at Winky like he's weird and hoping that they kind of just, push off his random ramblings and kind of just move on.
Is that what the birds told you, oh Fungalius?
I knew you could see Fungalius. Look, Kigo, Fungalius, he's talking to you. Say something back. And then I change my voice. Well, you're right, Kigo. See, he's talking to you, Kigo.
I think I roll my eyes again and just turn away from Winky.
But luckily, as I was saying, I'm the MVP of the group. And not only do I come bearing this information, but remember when we were back in that building and I tried to stealth and I was embarrassed because my stealth didn't go off, but I ended up finding something in the room that was useful. You know how everything looked like just regular household items?
Mm-hmm.
So I pocketed a pen. Oh wait, actually, do I know the power that the pen has?
You know the
Okay,
first
here.
part of the power. Yeah.
So, okay, here. I'm gonna backtrack a little bit.
Sure.
Wait. Well, can I know what the pen does or not? Because I can find out what the pen does if I just use the pen, right?
Okay, how about I'm gonna send you something.
Okay. I don't want to spoil anything. Okay.
I'm going to play a song. And I just start playing music. For the tied up guy.
Can you perform that song for us?
Yeah, do you want me to perform the song for you?
Yeah, that would be amazing.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, and I don't know the downside, so that's fine. You didn't tell me that there was one. So I took a pen from Arla's house, and it allows me to communicate with the dead. So, thanks to Kigo's notepad, if we want to try to get any more information before we go into the manor, we can use this pen, use this notebook, and see if we can get any further information before we go inside. What do you guys think? Should we do this? These are all of my cards. I've been keeping this to myself, but I feel like at this point, we need to make a group decision.
You don't think the humans that we killed, right? Just now?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Or from
So
like
we
anybody
know
in the
that-
manor.
We know that the manor is surrounded with some dark magic. There may be ghosts, and now we've killed 4 more souls on the road to this manor.
Wait, Silver. Hold on. I think it just registered with me. You can use that writing utensil to talk with people that are dead.
I can write on the notepad, and yes.
We have to go back to the guy that we killed and ask him where the fucking treasure is.
That's not Winky. We'll get back to that. I promise we'll get back to that. We're here. There's a chaos orb. We can go back. And you know what? You can have a lot. You can have my treasure too. Let's just keep going forward and keep our head on the or our eyes on the goal, and then we'll get.
My eyes are on the gold.
On the gold.
Goal, Winky.
Perfect.
Goal.
Okay. Never mind. I have an idea. What if we just send in the tied up guy? And we tell them with the book, we write in the book, we say, hey, maybe ghost people that are possibly in here. What was that girl's name again? The great aunt of Hubie Whatsy?
Arla?
Missy.
Yeah. Oh, Missy.
What if we write, hey, Missy, we're here to just hang out. We're sending you a sacrifice. Don't hurt us. And we just kick that tied up guy right in the building.
The guy's going to start to shout, and he's going to go, I'm not going in there. You can't make me do it. I'm not going in there.
Shut the fuck up. It's a shouting contest.
And I just walk up and kind of kick his knee to let him, like the back of his knee to kind of move him forward. So he kind of has to take a step forward. Not his decision. He's the one tied up.
Okay, when he takes a step forward, a ghostly apparition appears in the upper windows of a all clad in white woman with dark black hair. Her eyes beam with red, and she shouts,
"Leave now or perish, fools!"
Oh, here we go, Winky.
Okay,
I'm pushing Winky forward now.
Cool, by the way.
Liz kicks our one guy in the knee. I kick a Winky in the back of his knee and push him forward.
Missy. More like Prissy. You know what I mean? I'll walk in there.
You're walking into the house?
No, I'm bringing the fucking tied up guy.
Oh, you're pushing him into the house. So him first. That is.
Mm-hmm.
So as soon as you push the man into the house, all of you, in a huge kind of gust of wind, is sucked into the home, and the door slams shut behind you. And then, down the hallway, the dark, decrepit hallway, you see... Okay, we're going to take a break. The gay bandit passed out of fear. He was too scared. He's out of it. He got so nervous. And now that you're inside, you smell this kind of... rotted wood. It's very musty inside. It's dark.
Is that you?
Oh, I knew someone was gonna make a wood joke. Ba-doom.
Everything is completely torn to shreds. Any kind of furniture that isn't kind of mildewy or molded, it's all kind of just completely wrecked. Nobody has been here in a very long time. But down the hallway, a small little door opens up from beneath a grand staircase that's heading upwards. And out from the door, you spot a tiny little kobold. So a little dragon creature. And it's wearing a little suit. And he looks at you quite nervously. He goes, Pun got locked in here and now he can't get out.
I look at him, and then I look at Kigo, and I kind of push Kigo forward and say, figure out what he wants, Kigo.
Well, is there a lot of light in this house, or is it kind of dark?
No, it is actually quite dark. So the only light that you'll get is from, we're going to say it's maybe about noon-ish outside, but it was overcast. So picture a very cloudy day, what kind of light that would give. And that light is coming through kind of cracks in the wall or the windows. So you can still see pretty well, but it's not like perfectly clear.
Well, I have dark vision up to 60 feet anyway, so I can kind of see it clear as day in there. Do I see anything that sticks out other than
besides the kobold?
Yeah.
Nope, nothing. Everything else, like I said, is in ruin. It's in shambles. This whole place is, a stone's throw away from collapsing in on you guys.
Okay. So where's the kobold exactly?
The kobold is down the hall. He's kind of twiddling with his fingers. He looks very nervously in your direction, but he has he's starting to kind of like shuffle a little bit closer to you, but he's very kind of skittish.
You guys still don't want to take advantage of the pen and the notepad. We just
forgot
toss
about
that idea to the side.
I was saying,
Forgot about that.
You should tell Missy that's the sacrifice. He's right there, tied up on the ground, passed out, ready to go.
I think we're
Okay,
past that.
so we wanna write a note on the notepad.
Okay.
Is that what you're saying? We want to do that?
Fungalius
Or Winky,
and I
are you
have done
that
lots
are
of
you
sacrifices.
that impatient about writing the note that you just ripped the notepad out of my hand and you go to write the note?
No, I wouldn't do that.
Okay.
I think we need to entertain this little kobold too.
Buy a song. He's
I'll play
been
him a
so
song.
lonely.
I'll play him a song. Come on, Fungalius. And I walk over to the kobold and pull out my lute. Say, hi, little buddy. You want to hear a song?
Pun just kind of wants to get out of here, but I do like music.
Imagine that. Can I intimidate him into listening to Winky's
You're
song?
gonna listen to this and you're gonna like
You
it.
sit down right now and listen to this song before Winky drives us crazy. No, it's okay.
Do you want to actually give some sort of performance, Winky, on that? It'll be a successful in
man.
terms of Pun will like what you do.
I don't know if I have the setup for the actual guitar and shit.
Just hum it.
Or describe it.
Just
Pun will try to join in.
Four people stuck in a house. Boo. Pow. Shika. I do jazz hands.
Pun is so kind of elated by that. He is like constantly doing jazz hands now, so that's gonna be his
Hell
thing.
yeah, let's go. Come on, Pun, let's sacrifice something to a demon.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Pun doesn't like the idea of sacrifice.
Well, Pine, it doesn't matter. You're 2 feet tall and we're not, so...
Yeah, imagine being shorter than me.
Yeah. If Winky's taller than you, then it doesn't matter.
Pun doesn't know who you guys are, but apparently you have quite the rapport already.
That's because we're famous.
Oh my god.
Oh, famous! Pun wants to be famous.
Don't
Okay,
worry,
can I
Pine. You keep your musical standards going. Keep those jazz hands pumping, and we'll take you to Bard School after this.
All right, let me talk to Pun. I want to ask, hey Pun, have you seen anybody else in the house?
Oh, there's a lot of other things in the house. Pun came to try to get a job as a butler, but then he got trapped. So then Pun hid under the stairs, and Pun can hear so many scary things at night.
Well, how long have you been here, Pun?
Oh, I think Pun's been here for 2 days.
What?
Has anything
Do
tried
you
to
have
attack
food
you?
for Pun?
I pull an apple. Well, I pull an apple and give it to him to hopefully calm him down so he can give us more information.
The vampiric apple.
I almost spit my food out.
Also, Silver, you have a terrible gauge of whether people are lying to you or not.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, you can't tell. He looks like a typical scared kobold to you. And he eats the apple, quite thankful.
I think Pun's my new buddy. Isn't that right, Fungalius?
Yeah, that's right.
What am I? Chopped liver here, Winky?
Oh,
I thought we were friends.
You're really weird.
I look at Silver and I go, "That's weird. Silver, did you just hear someone say my name?"
I joined in. I said, "Yeah, it sounded weird. I don't know what that was."
This house is totally haunted. There's voices talking, saying my name.
I look at Pun Pun and ask if he heard that too.
Because Pun Pun just
Pun Pun hears a lot of things in this house, but not what he just said.
Pun Pun, what's your favorite thing to do in this house? Let's go do it. What's the absolute bet? Give me the lay of the land. You're local.
His absolute favorite is get out.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Pun Pun's favorite thing to do is hide. And his second favorite thing to do is not die.
Oh, we can do both of those things. Let's go hide.
So if Pun Pun will take your hand and show you to like under where he's been hiding, so the
Sweet.
section beneath the stairs.
I get under.
I want to
it with
hold.
him.
I want to
go
hold Pun
down there.
Pun's hand. Here, he's gonna take my hand. We'll go
Okay.
together.
Okay.
Pun Pun's breaking my heart.
I feel so vulnerable to Pun Pun.
Okay. Anyway, do you want to write in that notebook at some point?
I think somebody should write in the notebook. Who wants to be the one to write the note?
I point at Nyla.
Oh, now you can see me and now you can hear me, huh? Even though just
I'll-
a second ago.
I'm gonna
You
notice
couldn't.
that they're fighting, so I'm just gonna take the notepad and write in it.
Okay.
Hey.
So
What are
I
you
hand the pen to Gigo and the notepad.
All right, what do we want to write?
Tell them that the sacrifice is on the ground. Tell them that we mean it no harm and we're just here looking for something and that the sacrifice is on the ground. That's all
But-
we need.
But we're on the ground.
No. They're tied up. Tied up.
Okay.
Draw an
okay.
arrow and point it at
The bandit. The
ground.
bandit.
All right. So I'll write in that, and I'll make it clear that the bandit is the sacrifice.
Yeah, not us. Definitely the bandit. Definitely that guy. I'm pointing at. I'm
Not,
Definitely
not us.
specify.
Maybe Nyla. Maybe the bandit. Who knows?
Definitely the bandit. Please.
Nyla,
Okay,
just
the
fucking
bandit.
get the fuck. Stop eating when you talk.
Sorry. The
Also,
apple was
while you're
really
doing
good.
that, I'm gonna go ahead and use my thieves' tools to retie his hands and get my snake back because I don't want us to like have him as a sacrifice with my snake on him and then lose my pet.
Okay. Perfect.
So that's happening. Like I retied him up and everything while you're writing the note so that my pet is safe, just in case.
Pun, you want to see something funny? Watch this. We're gonna make a ghost kill this guy. It's gonna be sick.
Oh, Pun Pun doesn't want to see that, but can't look away.
like a train
When you write into the note, the quill starts to move on its own. It's very strongly that you have to kind of let go of it in order for it to kind of continue. And the ink changes from whatever ink that you had used, some dark black or blue ink, probably black. And it changes to a very kind of dark, viscous red kind of ink. But instead of replying by writing out a message, instead it starts to draw. It's drawing on the page. And what it's drawing is, it looks like an adult kind of woman, an adult male, and a young child. And a knife is then drawn into the child's heart. And then the quill drops to the floor.
As you might want to take a look at this.
So, what do you guys think that means?
An adult male
Yep.
with a knife going through the child's heart?
So there's an adult
you
male.
are short enough to look like a child, Winky.
An adult male,
Yeah.
an adult female, and a kid, a little boy.
Uh-huh.
This is all kind of like rough drawing, so that's what you can get. And then after it's kind of set up the three people that are in the picture, a knife is then drawn within the boy's heart, and his eyes are kind of crossed out. And then the pen drops.
Oh.
One of my favorite vines, man.
I don't even know where to go with that. We look at his name's Pom Pom, right? Or
Pun. Yeah.
Pun.
Pun.
Pun Pun. Pun Pun. I kind of take the notebook and I look at him and I show him
Oh.
and Wow.
Perfect.
And I say-
Exactly.
Does this mean anything to you? Have you noticed anything in this house that this could relate to? Do you know anything about this drawing?
Oh, Pun Pun only got here 2 days ago and has been hiding. But Pun Pun
Okay.
did find something.
Pun Pun, you said you wanted to be a butler. Who told you to that they needed help? Why are you here?
Oh, Pun Pun just goes to every house and knocks on it in hopes that they will hire Pun Pun as a butler. But nobody has.
Did Pun Pun get sucked up in the door like we did?
As soon as I walked in, the door slammed shut and then I couldn't leave even when Pun Pun jumped through a window. Pun Pun was hit like an invisible wall.
My curiosity has been piqued by the fact that Pun Pun said that he had an item, and I take a step closer to him and I ask him, what item would you have found? When did you find it? I have questions. Can you explain it?
Not you, you're scary.
He'll look at Silver, who's still holding his hand, and says,
I'll give you the item.
And he hands you, he goes back under his cupboard and pulls up a kind of loose floorboard. And, oh my god, that's like perfect. And he gives Silver a lantern.
Thanks, Pun Pun. Can you tell me a little bit more about where you found this lantern?
So when you grab, do you grab the lantern from him, or you want to ask him more about what do you do first?
Yeah, I'll hold it in my other hand.
Okay, so when you grab the lantern, it feels very cold to your touch, and from within you see a wispy white orb that kind of hovers around, very, not like a typical pattern. It's bouncing all over the place, kind of like a firefly trapped in a jar. And you feel this kind of like cold air, but suddenly this blue light shines out from the lantern, and your own hand appears as an apparition some kind of distance away from you. And while you're holding the lantern, you can now use the spell Mage Hand. Whoops. Mage
Oh,
Hand.
I've seen that spell before. That's called Mage Hand, Silver.
That's
Ah, yes. Mage
Pun
Hand.
Mage Hand.
Pun Pun
What does this
found
mean?
this.
Since I'm a warlock, I kind of have an idea.
Oh, we
of,
can
like,
use it
Mage
to
Hand, right?
open and unlock. Wait.
You essentially get like your hand as its own like floating thing some distance away from you, so you can open things, close things, carry things up to 30 feet away from you without having
Don't
to
we
be-
have a unlocked door or like a locked door? We're trapped in here.
You have a shut door.
A shut door. So we could use that to open the shut door to see what's inside.
Do the rest of us know what Mage Hand is? Or is that like up to us? Can we be like, oh, we know what that ability is?
Yeah, it'll be up
Like,
to you
we're
if you
familiar
see
with that.
And do I know what it
it's
is?
a cantrip. Yeah.
Well,
So
I feel like
everything
I
that
do
kind of-
because I know cantrips.
Yeah.
it's
I feel like
it's a
as a
pretty
bard, I
common
would
it's a
know.
pretty common kind of cantrip.
Okay.
Okay, well, also that could open up the treasure chest, right? So maybe we want to just hold on to it.
And Silver,
Yeah,
one more
totally.
thing. While you're holding the lantern, you have a feeling
Mhm.
of protection, but you don't know what kind of protection. You just feel a little bit safer holding on to this lantern, just so you're aware.
Okay, so I'd like to do, I don't know if this is the right one. I think it is a perception check. Can I get, just to see if I can get more information about where this came from?
It'd probably be more history, or arcana.
Okay, so,
Pick one or the other. One or
Alright.
the other.
okay, so I'll do history.
You're unsure. You haven't kind of seen this thing before. You haven't studied it. You haven't
Okay.
felt whatever it is. It's just
Okay,
a very
so I asked
peculiar
Pun
lantern.
Pun though. I asked Pun Pun,
Yep.
where did he find this lantern at? So, because, okay, yeah.
Pun Pun was hiding one night, and when Pun Pun looked outside, this lantern was just floating around, and then it came to Pun Pun, and then Pun Pun kept it.
Whoa! Hey, Fungalius, come back! And I start walking down the hallway.
Okay, so you're like
I follow
heading
Winky
away.
because I don't want him.
I'm just
Kinda-
if there's a hallway with like multiple rooms in one direction, I'm going that way. If not, I'm just going into a random room.
So yeah, so let me kind of describe a little bit of the floor plan of what you can see. When you first entered the house, there was a foyer with a staircase that was leading upward. There was a passage that you could go, so a doorway that you can go to the left and to the right, and then there was a long hallway next to the staircase, which is where you guys were all hanging out with Pun Pun and trying to figure things out. The unconscious gay bandit is currently at the front door that's shut. And then if you were to continue on, you can see that it would be kind of a dining area in that direction. So you could either head upstairs, you can head to one of the side rooms from when you first walked in, or you could head deeper or further down the hallway towards a dining area. From what you can gather from here.
Down the hallway towards the dining area.
Okay. What's everyone else planning to do at this point?
I'd like to follow Winky. I don't want to let him out of my sight. I would kind of want to stay together as a group too.
Okay.
I'm kind of
No.
thinking because we still have Pun Pun, so
Yeah.
are we just gonna drag Pun Pun deeper into the house with us?
I
or
feel like
what are
Pun
we-
Pun would be like running away now.
What?
Like
I feel like he'd follow us. Just
It
'cause
says
Yeah.
locked
Right.
though. We
He's-
don't know the way out either.
He's staying with Silver right now. So wherever Silver goes, Pun Pun's going to be like right on her heels.
Well, I definitely got Nyla's up to some sketchy stuff, wanting to kill Winky, so I've got to babysit Winky over
Wait,
there.
when did she say she wanted to kill me?
I just have a feeling. I have a feeling.
Escalated so far. I've been
I'm
trying
just
to be
kidding.
friends with
I
Winky
think she
the
wants
whole
to kill
time.
Kigo and take his money.
That's true.
I think
I think we just gotta stay
offered to
together.
give Winky my part of the reward if he went into the house with us, by the way. So I don't think I'm hungry for money.
All
This
right, I
sounds
gotta-
like a game
we
of
gotta
Among
go
Us
home.
where Kigo's like, I'm going to follow Winky because I don't trust Liz. Liz is
Yeah.
like, I've done nothing but be kind to all of you.
But it's okay. You can follow me if you
remember
want.
how those
This
games
is
usually
Among
turn
Us.
out.
Yeah.
Me as the imposter, so yikes.
All right.
Okay, so we're gonna follow. I think we all
Yeah.
want to stay grouped together. I
Okay.
have Pun Pun. I
Okay.
have him by one hand, and then I have my lantern in the other hand. So
So Winky,
we're sticking with the group.
as you're walking, following whatever the voice in your head is telling
Lord
you,
Fungalius.
Lord Fungalius, you make your way towards the dining area, and at first you hear a little creak of the floorboard, and then Liz follows behind you, and she's kind of keeping an eye on you. And Kigo Nyla is following, and then Kigo says, "Okay, well, I can't let that." And then Silver, as well, is like, "We should stay together." And as soon as everyone kind of makes it towards the dining room, the floor gives way. So I need all four of you to roll me a dexterity saving throw. So it'll be exclamation mark save, I believe, and then dex.
Oh.
Yep.
Damn, look at that
Wow.
dex. It's Nat 20. The Kigo Nat 20.
Wait,
That's
what
the
am I
first
rolling?
Nat 20 today,
Exclamation
guys.
mark save, and then space
Save.
dex. Yeah.
Okay.
That's the first Nat 20 of the session.
Well, I needed it.
So, Winky, Kigo, and Silver are able to react quick enough to the collapsing floor and are able to jump off to the side. But Liz,
And
you
I
fall...
I scoop up Pun Pun, by the way. Pun Pun's
Oh.
safe because I was holding his hand. So if I'm
Perfect.
safe, he's safe.
Yeah, so Pun Pun was about to fall, but because you were holding him, you kind of yanked him to the
Yeah,
side when you jumped.
Exactly.
What about
So,
Fungalius?
Nyla,
Sorry.
you're the one. Unfortunately, I
shit.
guess you're kind of right in the middle. You fall down into the basement area, and you take some damage.
Oh yikes!
You take 6 points of bashing or bludgeoning damage, which type of damage doesn't really matter.
Okay.
And you're
I'm
now
half
in
health.
a dark basement area with the open. So the floor is now open. So the 3 that are still on the main floor can look down and see Liz. It is complete, or see Nyla. It is complete darkness in the basement. Can you see?
Okay,
Liz?
can
Well,
I?
I can
Nyla?
see.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Well, yeah, I guess Kigo can see.
Yeah. Once the dust settles, of course, but
But I want to know if Nyla can see. Because Kigo, you can look
Yeah,
down and you can see kind of a small little area.
can't
'cause you're,
see the
you're up
basement,
looking
right?
down. Yeah, exactly.
Right.
But Nyla can see more of what's potentially in the basement with her.
Yeah, I guess can I roll like a perception check and see?
Do you know if you
there's-
have dark vision? Let me take
I
a quick
don't
look
actually.
at
Oh, wait.
your character sheet.
Here, let me pull it up.
Oh, I fucked up, guys. I could have done a reaction.
Winky,
My bad.
I've been friends with you this whole time. I tried to
bad.
make up for the beginning of it. You let me down.
My bad.
It's okay. I'll
So
forgive
it does
you.
look like you do have dark vision. So, looking, you waiting for your eyes to adjust a little bit and feeling the kind of bruised bones that you fell on, coughing the dust that you've unsettled. You notice that this basement, you landed on some stone, and it's very, very cold down here. There's a mist that seems to be kind of hovering around the floor. And further north, so kind of towards where the dining room table or the dining room area was, you see 3 coffins. 2 are adult-sized coffins, and 1 is a child-sized coffin.
Oh no. Oh no.
Liz,
I point out
sorry,
to everybody
Nyla.
else.
Right,
Hey,
Nyla.
Nyla, what do you see down there?
Exactly. Okay, perfect.
Hey guys, do you
Can't
do
hear you. You gotta speak up. You're way down there.
Hey guys, do you remember that picture that was drawn on the notepad from Silver? There's 2 coffins down here that are adult size and a child one. And guys, I think it's really similar to that picture, and I'm kind of scared. Guys. Guys.
Did anyone hear that? I couldn't hear shit. What was that? I heard.
I think she's just out of earshot. I don't know that we can actually hear her.
When I realize that they can't hear me, I gingerly take a few steps forward. And can I do a perception roll to see if there's
Yes.
anything else in the mist and everything?
Sure.
Okay.
So, with your perception check, you can't see it, but you can hear it. It sounds like there's a growl somewhere in the basement with you.
Guys.
You're also in a closed room. So there is 2 doors that would lead out of this particular room, but they're both shut. They're currently shut. There's
Well,
nothing else
guys,
of note
looks like we
besides
have to go down there.
Yeah, the fog and the fog and the coffins.
We can't fall down into the floor like she did. Clearly, it's far down there because we can't really hear her. So should we start to look for another way down into the basement? Maybe
I
we go
cast
find the
Featherfall
stairwell.
on everyone upstairs, and I just jumped down.
All right,
all right.
and
I'll
so
jump
Go
in
down.
with you.
Me and Fugalius, we're on our way. Don't worry, Nyla, we're coming. I'm gonna sing a song on the way down.
Oh. As long as I get help, it's fine, Winky, please.
I'm slowly like falling to the floor, and we come from the heavens, like all the way down.
in the Super Bowl when like Lady Gaga was like slowly lowered
Yeah.
down. That's what I'm picturing like Winky's doing. So Winky
Oh my
casts
God.
Featherfall on each of you, which means that you fall very slowly, but there is kind of a certain time limit to it. So Winky jumps down right away. Kigo and Silver, what are you doing?
I'm gonna go with them.
Okay. And
Yeah,
Silver?
I'll go with. We'll just all go.
Okay, so all three of
I'll go
them
with
kind of jump down. Pun Pun, I guess, is just clinging to Silver. I guess you probably could have cast Featherfall on Pun Pun as well.
Yeah,
And
I can
and
do
so
up to
now
five, 5 creatures.
you're all in the basement.
Hey, Nyla, how's it going? Welcome back. We're here. Shut up, Fungalius.
Are we able to like tend to Nyla's wounds at all, or does she have any like actual injuries?
Oh
that
yeah,
we
I
can-
forgot I'm injured. Guys, when I fell, I kind of hurt myself. I kind of
Yeah, we
Kinda
can tell you have a
around
bone
here.
sticking out of your leg.
well, it's poor visibility, so I wasn't sure if you guys noticed.
Well,
Is
you're
there
the
any way?
Here without dark vision.
Mr. Bard, do you have any songs you could just yell at her and heal her with?
Yeah, fucking Kigo, let me just magically heal people with songs. Like, that's totally a thing.
One, yeah.
I tell you what I can do. I can roll a medicine check.
That might work. Please, Winky.
So unfortunately, medicine
Nope.
does not provide any kind of hit
Fuck.
points. It could stabilize somebody who's dying. It can determine what cause of death or kind of all that stuff. In order to heal, you either need to rest, or you would need a spell to, or an item. I guess technically an item like a healing potion could heal you as well.
Does anybody have a healing potion in their inventory? Because I do not.
No, yeah, well, you know, we're kind of novice adventurers. Nyla, you know, some of us, we probably should have thought maybe if we had gone to the tavern like I wanted to get a beer, we could have procured a healing potion at some point before we adventured out. But, you know, you guys just
Pun
really
whispers
wanted to
into
get
my
going.
ear, we're never getting out of here, are we?
You know, Winky, if we make it out of this situation alive, I will personally buy you a beer to thank you at the end to make up for it.
Thanks, Nyla. I really appreciate that. Fungalius, what do you think about that? It doesn't sound very nice. I know.
So
And we all
if
just
you
look
would
at
like, if you would like, you could take a short rest, which would take an hour, which means you'd be chilling in this basement for an hour with a potential growl that's around. And if you're able to get through the hour, you can spend some hit dice. So you get a certain number of hit dice equivalent to your level. So you would have 2 hit dice. You could roll those and add your Constitution modifier, and that would heal you. Since
Yeah, I
you
was going
guys
to say,
do
don't we
not
have to
any-
roll to see if the rest heals us?
Yeah, it does heal you. It'll just determine how much it heals you.
As much as I would like her to heal up, I don't think we could just like hang out for an hour in the basement as soon as we got down there. Especially Pun Pun freaking out. I think we
I
gotta-
honestly, I agree. I'll take one for the team. I'll work through it. I don't think we can stop to have a picnic in the room with the haze. I'm a vampire. I'll be okay. I'll push through it for the group.
maybe there's some necks in the coffin
If,
that can heal you.
Yeah, I can create this mechanic. So one of the great things with D&D is that you can, as the DM, you have kind of free range to create whatever rules you want. And so a rule that I think would be really fun, it's up to you whether you want to use it or not, might create some fun role play, is that because Liz is a Dhampir, she's half vampire, if she drinks the blood of somebody else in the party, she can, you guys can trade HP to her if you want to. So let's say she bit Silver and Silver was willing to give up 3 of her HP, then Liz would heal 3 HP.
Oh no.
So this is an option available to you if you want to roleplay it.
Oh no. My group hates me for 0 reason.
Wait.
So I don't know.
I have an idea, Nyla. Why don't you just suck some of Fungalius's blood? That'll help you. You're a vampire, right?
I kind of look at him and then look at Kigo and Silver for help.
Is this gonna hurt?
No, it'll be fine. You'll barely feel it.
Wait, Kigo, hold on. Wait, we have a hostage.
Oh, that's a brilliant idea. Did we
Too
take
bad,
him down here?
Too bad
Did we-
they're
I was
upstairs
gonna
and we're
say,
all
did it-
downstairs.
Oh,
But
It's
you
done.
yeah.
have mage hand.
That opens a door.
Yeah, because
How
hands
does
are
that
only
help
good for
us?
opening a door.
Well, what else does it do? It opens something.
It's
for
a
us?
fucking hand.
It's like
Oh!
your hand, Silver. It's like your hand, but like spectrally at a distance. So whatever you can do with your hand, this mage hand could do as well.
Can you imagine out of character? Can you imagine being this hostage? This hostage
Or-
tied up.
Or what
upstairs?
if the hand's like my hand, can Liz drink blood from the hand?
No, it's
No,
spectral.
it's-
yeah.
yeah.
it's-
Well,
And then the hand just like slowly
Oh, so the
crawls
hand
up
can do
and then
everything
naps him.
but that. Now there's rules on the hand. Okay, all right. How could I not know? Jeez.
So,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
guys, we have a hostage. That would be perfect.
So, do we want me to send the hand to drag the hostage down into the basement with us?
I think it says there's a 10. Sorry, out of character. I think it says a 10-pound limit, wasn't it?
There is a weight limit, but I'll allow that the hand could drag the body. The only thing is that the body would. Sorry, I say body. He is technically still alive. So the person, the unconscious gay man, you could drag him to the floor, but then he would fall down. So there's a chance that he could just die from the fall.
Well, I mean, if he's dead, it doesn't matter.
I was going to
right?
say, even if he's dead.
He needs to have hit
Wouldn't I
points to
still
trade
be
with
able
you,
to?
though. Right. He needs,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hmm,
Well, we
no.
can try that.
Yeah.
And if he doesn't
do it.
die. Well, if I only took 6 points of damage, guys, it's very likely that he would. Or Winky can cast
Wait.
Feather on him.
Can't we just take 10 and catch him?
You can try to catch him. I would make you roll for it, though. I won't let you take 10. So there's
right,
a
no
chance
problem.
that
I'm
he
down.
could.
Is that a risk us taking damage, or if we fumble and he hits us and we take damage?
I don't know, maybe. I
Unless
think we
just
try to catch
gave-
him.
All right, let's try and
Meanwhile,
catch
there's
him.
something
would.
growling in a basement, and we have 3 coffins, and nobody's really concerned about that. Like,
What's that,
we're just
Silver? I
like,
can't hear you
let's
from
get
hiding in the
Liz some
shadows.
blood.
That's
What
true.
the
We
frick?
probably, someone should.
Okay.
Someone should
Pun Pun
probably help
is
me.
shaking right now,
Yeah.
terrified.
Terrified.
Pun Pun, you're a strong adventurer now.
Just get it over
You
with.
guys brought a
I'm-
vampire into a haunted house?
I promise I'm friendly. I promise, Pun Pun, it's okay. And I try and comfort him.
Fun fact, Pun Pun, the only reason I can talk to Nyla is because I can speak with animals.
Oh,
Wow.
Okay,
you know,
Nyla,
I
I'll
deserve
take one
this.
for the
It's
team.
okay.
I'll take one for the team, as long as I don't grow fangs.
No, dude, we can catch we have a hostage. We can catch him, I believe.
I'm
Okay.
gonna look at Winky, but then I'm gonna look back at Kigo and say, I think your way might be a little safer and a little faster, because I think that Silver's right, and I fell into this room and there's something really menacing in it, and I think we should probably focus on it. So if it's okay with you, Kigo.
Good idea. Good idea, Nyla.
As long as this ain't gonna be quick, or it won't be painful. Let's do it.
So then I use Kiko's blood.
So
and
you bite. Okay, you bite into Kigo. Kigo, it's up to you to decide how much kind of life you're going to be giving to.
Well, how much does she have?
She dropped. She
lost
lost
6.
6.
I lost
right?
6
And I don't know how much you total have.
out of 12. So I'm at 50% right now.
All right, I'll give you 3.
No, give her the full 6. Trust me. You don't need it. You're a warlock.
I look
Okay.
at Wink. I
I'll-
look
I'll
at
gi-
Kigo.
I'll give you 6.
Ooh.
Thank you, Winky. I think some of our friendship is a little back. Thank you.
Did you just cast Healing Word?
I cast Healing Word on Kigo.
So you didn't want to heal.
And then I look at Winky and say, okay, well, maybe not, I guess. Noted.
So
The guitar
Kigo,
rings out.
You drop down. You lose 6 hit points as Nyla drinks the life essence from you, and she heals 6 hit points. And then Winky plays on his lute, and you're healed 4 hit points. So you're actually only down a net of 2.
After I asked you if you could just play a song,
But now Winky, I don't believe you have any spell slots left.
Nope, we're chilling.
Okay. All right.
Just me.
All right. So you're chilling in a basement, 3 coffins, vampire neck romancing was happening there. What do you guys want to do now?
Well, I guess all we could do is move forward here.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a certain direction that the growling is coming from, or is it just kind of centered?
Nyla, you're actually the only one that could hear the growling.
Oh.
And it doesn't seem to have a specific direction to where it comes from. So
Okay.
the rest of so Nyla had told you guys that there was growling. The rest of you kind of peek your ears and try to hear it, but you can't.
I kind of beckon towards where the noise is, and I say maybe we should skirt around it, and I'm not sure if we should go towards it or if we should ignore it for now and walk towards the coffins. What do you guys say?
I'd like to take this moment to recognize the fact that you guys make fun of me for talking to Lord Fungalius, who is totally here all the time, and no one's saying shit that fucking Nyla is hearing things randomly. What the fuck?
I don't think that's comparable, Winky. I'm a vampire. You're a bard. It makes sense for me to maybe hear stuff that might be really spooky. Who knows what it is?
So is it a coincidence that we're in a basement right now? 3 coffins. We saw a drawing where someone was being stabbed, and Nyla is the only one of us that can hear the sound. Could it be that since she's half vampire, that means that it's some other vampire or something down here creating that sound, and that's why the rest of us can't hear it?
I don't know. I mean, can vampires talk in growl in vampire language, Nyla? Is that a thing?
I don't know.
Yeah, but what if it's some kind of... I don't know. Demazing? I don't know if that's possible or not.
Oh, I guess so. Nyla is wondering, is there kind of a vampire connection that only vampires can hear kind of other vampires?
Exactly.
No, that's not a thing that you have experienced before.
Guys, I think Nyla's on drugs. I don't think
Says
this
the
is
man
man
in my
who's
blood.
been talking to people this entire time. Someone on his shoulder. Kigo, Silver, honestly, have you guys seen him talking to people? Back at the library, he was muttering things to his side. I
Guys,
can't
Lord
be the only one that
Fungalius
sees him.
is always here.
How are we
Okay.
completely taking his word for me when we're not even looking at him weird at all?
He's
Okay,
watching
we got
you
a
right
problem.
now.
Listen, we have a problem. We're in a spooky basement, and we're arguing about Fungalius or growling. Let's
Amen. That's what I've been saying.
Look, there's 3 coffins. Why don't we just pick one and open it?
Let's pick the child. Maybe the child was murdered by 2 people in here. And so
Wait.
he's in the coffin. And so if we open the coffin, he'll want to side with us for saving him because the 2 people killed him.
What if this is all a ploy from Missy and she's fucking with us?
Does Pun Pun hear anything? Does Pun Pun see anything?
No, Pun Pun doesn't hear any growling. Pun Pun's really cold down here.
Can we just take Pun and punt him towards the sound?
No, you can't.
Can I
Pun
murder
doesn't
Pun?
You have to fight
you.
me to get to
Can.
Pun Pun, Liz.
I'm actually down for that. Let's do that. That sounds like a good idea. Pun Pun's not one of them. Pun Pun is
Exactly.
100% not me.
Okay, all right. You guys want to try to take over me and take Pun Pun? Well, guess what, bitches? I have something to cast once I figure out how to do it. Give me 1 sec. See you
Give me that.
later.
This escalated so
See you later,
Hear me out here.
nerds.
Hear
Wait,
me out
how do
here.
I do it? Why can't I cast
You could just
it?
tell. I know what you want to cast. Just say what you're casting, and you could just do it.
I'm casting Misty motherfucking Step. We're going, we get a silvery mist, and we can teleport up to 30 feet to an unoccupied space. So guess what? You guys are left down here. I tried to work with you. You're going to try to take Pun Pun. We're out of here. We're freaking ascending up back through into the main floor. So see you later.
I yell up to the main floor, Silver! As an experienced bard, I know that Misty Step doesn't work on 2 people. So you left Pun Pun down here.
Well, then I'm using it on Pun Pun.
So Silver.
I'm putting it on Pun Pun.
Oh, nice. I don't think you can though, because it's
Pun Pun just
yourself.
send it out.
Yeah.
So very heroically, Silver says, "I'm out of here with Pun Pun," and she teleports out from the basement and lands on the upper floor landing. But unfortunately, it's just her, and Pun Pun has fallen to the floor down in the basement.
Quick, Nyla, quick, grab Pun Pun.
Like, I grab Pun Pun really fast and I go towards the sound and I lightly punch her towards it. To see if
All
anything happens.
Yes.
All right, when you guys get back from the basement, if you even live, you better be ready to fight.
So Pun Pun's gonna be crying. Pun Pun doesn't want us to do this. Pun Pun is
Oh my
scared. Why are you mean to Pun Pun?
What do you mean,
but
punt punt?
when you push
Exactly.
Pun Pun towards the
no.
sound of the growl, the spectral woman will appear once more.
And
Oops, sorry. And she'll say,
you must leave now before he gets mad.
Pun Pun didn't want to be here. No, Pun Pun wants to leave. And then Pun Pun will run behind Kigo.
Oh yeah, I'm using my hand. I'm using the hand. I still have the hand in my other hand. I'm upstairs and I'm taking the hand. There's no way Pun Pun weighs more than 10 pounds. I'm scooping him out.
Sure,
I
I'll
swear.
accept. I'll accept.
The hand is coming in. Pun Pun is freaking safe with me upstairs, you lames, and now you're stuck down there.
So you
Figure it
shove
out.
Pun Pun. The ghostly one appears, gives her warning. Pun Pun runs scared behind Kigo, and then a spectral hand picks him up by the cuff, almost like a cat picking up
Yup.
her kitten. And he hovers up through the floor, and he's now on the main floor with Silver.
I look at Kigo and Nyla and guys, is it just me or is that rogue not getting any of the cut of the gold for this fucking mission? Because she's just bailing.
I agree, Winky. I agree. She's not even listening to group decisions, and she's totally being selfish. So
I'm
I
gonna be
think
the
we cut
only
her
one
out.
that's alive, so later. And also, I can't hear you anyway, so I guess I'll be quiet.
I agree with
But if
Winky.
I
and
could hear you, I'd rather
I think
Alright,
you
you
can.
so
you would be
we're-
able to hear. It's just kind of a bit
She's-
muffled.
Well, you guys could barely hear me when I was screaming down there. So, unless
and
you were...
I have dark vision, so I can see. I can at least see, so maybe I can kind of read what you guys are saying, like read your mouths as you're talking.
So the ghost showed up, right? Like Misty showed back up, or Missy.
Missy is down there. She's looking at you. She gave you the warning. Yeah. At this point, you guys can hear that the growl is coming from Missy. So now that she's operated, it seems to be stronger.
I look at Winky and I say, so what, Winky, what do you think we do? I had the punt idea. Where we would go from here?
I look at Fungalius and I go, I don't know, Fungalius, what do you think we should do? That the lady Missy said that some dude's gonna get mad. I'm not sure what to do here. What do you think? Okay. You're breaking up. You're breaking one more time. Okay, I look back. Nyla, Fungalius is having a little bit of an issue right now. He doesn't really want to help out very much. I think we just go open a coffin and see what happens.
Or
That's
we
just-
punt Kigo into... I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Hmm.
Wait a minute. I look at Nyla behind Kigo. I go, I nod like, do you actually want to? I mean,
I look at you and I kind of shake my head. And we got this. It's okay. Worst comes to worst, we'll use him. You know, it's okay. Kind
I'll
of make
do an
that
athletics
connection
check
there.
right now. Tell me I won't.
tell me I won't.
Guys, I think we should maybe approach one of the coffins at this point. I think we really need to see what's going on. At this point, we know that the growling is coming. What did Missy say?
I don't know. If only we had a helpful rogue with a book that could talk to the dead.
She
Yeah, if
gave you a warning to leave before he gets mad.
Also,
Oh,
my
God.
snake has slithered down into the basement and is just watching you and just cracking
judging?
up, by the
Oh.
way.
How much damage did your snake take when it fell off the
It
fucking
doesn't
ledge
fall.
into
It's
the
a freaking
basement?
snake. It
What do you
It
mean?
flies.
Snakes
It
don't
flies
fall.
apparently.
Flying snakes.
She could lower the snake down with her mage hand if she wanted to.
Oh, facts.
Wait,
That's true.
do I have the pin since I was writing in the book?
Oh, I don't think Kigo gave the pen back.
Yeah, he does still have it.
He actually
You're
didn't say
right.
he picked it up either. I think it's still on the floor.
Oh, true.
Fuck.
And she hasn't. Guys, this might have been a grave mistake throwing
Okay.
pun in there
Listen.
since she has a lot of power.
I pull out a set of dice, a gambler's set. Here's what we're gonna do.
Is it a 20-sided die?
Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna roll, and the person with the lowest number has to approach the coffin. What do you think?
I don't like this idea, but I
It's
think
like
it's the only
drawing-
idea we have, so
It's
I
like
think we
drawing
should do it.
straws.
So just so you know, Silver, you are technically on the main floor, so you could go get the pen if you wanted to. I just want to let you know that you're up there.
I am. I'm on my way to the pen to be used by myself because I had to go upstairs to get the pen while they're dealing with this. I'm going up there to get the pen. No worries.
So when
about
you
it.
go and pick up the pen, something sends a chill down the back of your spine as you realize that the gay bandit is no longer on the floor by the front door.
Son of a bitch! I knew we shouldn't have left him alone.
Well, we don't know. We don't know that. he's
Okay,
up
so
there.
back to the basement. You guys are trying to decide which coffin to open.
I think.
Okay, Winky. So we're rolling a dice
Yeah.
or die.
So I think we do exclamation point roll 20, right?
Yeah,
Or-
R and then space D20.
RD20. Nice. Why did it roll twice for me? It said 14.
It only
and
says
7.
it only says 1 for me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well,
Liz
it
got
looks like I
14,
rolled the
Winky got
lowest.
7, Kigo got 11. So Winky, you drew the short straw.
Fungalius, protect me. Let's do this.
Also,
And I walk
meanwhile-
up.
Meanwhile, are they while they're down there? Are they feeling regretful or remorseful about the pun situation? Like, where are you guys at emotionally? Because
Fuck no.
that's gonna
Yeah, I
determine
don't really
my next.
care.
Fuck no.
That's gonna determine my next action.
Oh,
Fuck
then
no.
I
Kind of
care a lot. I'm
indifferent.
just kidding. I don't really. I was ready to punt him. No, like we did
Yep.
punt him. So
Yep.
Silver,
he's-
give me one more insight roll. Let's see.
Okay. What do I do again?
Exclamation mark,
Gosh.
check, space,
Oh, yeah.
insight.
Why would we be remorseful? We just
We
did it like less than a
could-
Because
minute
now you
ago.
realize you're screwed.
We
So-
no hesitation punting
Wait,
him.
we think
Yeah.
we're screwed because
And you know that, Silver. You
Yeah.
know for sure that they are not remorseful about
Okay.
what their plan
Okay.
was.
give you
Kiko,
guys a
actually,
chance.
Kiko might be on the fence. He's kind of a neutral party
I'm
in
neutral,
what's happened
neutral.
here.
Mhm.
Yeah, but
That's not
Winky and Nyla are wishing they still had a kobold here to punt around.
Well,
Is
Savages.
Silver back yet, or is she still up there?
She's not
Oh,
coming back.
I'm not coming back.
Oh, I
What
didn't
do
know
you
if
mean
you were. I
back
didn't know if
yet?
you were gonna come
I
watch
went,
our
upstairs to get,
demise.
I went upstairs to get my pen, also, by the way, that I found earlier. And I could consider sending it down with my mage hand had you guys felt any remorse. But clearly,
Well,
you're
I just-
savages, degenerates, and I'm leaving you in the basement to
Well, I
fend for
didn't know
yourself.
if you
Kigo.
wanted to like watch the carnage that is
Kigo.
about to be us
Yeah.
and laugh at us.
Kigo, I need you to I need you to do me a huge favor. I trust you a lot.
Okay.
I know I just met you today, but I trust you a lot.
Okay.
I
what do
can
you need?
hear.
Here's the deal. Here's what I need you to do. I'm about to go touch this coffin, and if I die, I need you to go back to Waterdeep and tell my mother
Okay.
what is a beholder's favorite ice cream.
Is that it? Is that it?
It's a secret code.
Okay. What is
It's
the
also a joke
beholder's
because
favorite ice cream?
I scream. Anyway, and then I walk up to the coffin and I open it.
When you open
one
the
on left,
coffin, the woman is
adult-sized-
going. Sorry?
The
Sorry.
adult-sized coffin on the left.
Okay. When you open the coffin, the woman is going to scream and reach out for you almost in a cautious kind of way, as she wanted to kind of protect. And when you open the coffin up completely, she vanishes. She completely disappears and the growling stops. Inside the coffin is a skeleton, and the skeleton is laying kind of back, a mummy's kind of pose, and in its hands, clutched to its ribs, is a glowing orb.
Guys, I think that looks like the chaos orb that we came here from. What are you?
What's
what do
that?
you guys
Can't
think?
hear you, Nyla. And I take the orb.
When you grab the orb,
Shiny.
the whole house starts to shake
Good
as
job, Winky.
a deranged-looking male ghost shouts in horror at you, and we are entering an initiative.
Oh God.
Good
So everybody
luck.
join in. Silver,
fun.
even you join in as well, just so that when your
Oh,
turn
what the
comes, you can
frick?
decide whatever you want to do, but you're not kind of directly in the fight, just so you know.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
How
How do we do it again? Oh wait, you're not
Tonight,
right.
last act. That's me, all right.
So, is this good music?
Dun,
Yeah, sure.
dun.
This is called Horror Combat, so that seems to work out fine. So in it, add Ghost +2. Oh no, why didn't it work?
Uh-oh.
This one should work. Ah, there we go. So, so let me kind of paint the scene. The mist that had been collecting down at your feet has now grown substantially as you're now wading in this waist-high kind of white smoke.
So is it over Winky's head? That's the real question.
Oh, I'd say that it's up to his neck. It's up to Winky's neck. It's a good thing Pun Pun's out of here because he would have been completely swallowed up by this mist.
See, Silver, we did Pun Pun a favor by having you take him out.
Yeah. Okay. Tell yourself whatever you have to sleep at night.
You will not leave here alive.
The ghost shouts menacingly at you. Oh my god, that gif is perfect. And Kigo, you're first to react.
So
Oh,
is
wait,
it
wait,
like
wait. Sorry, one more
covering-
thing. One more thing that I wanted to state is that Winky, you have grabbed this kind of chaos orb, and you feel this kind of dark energy,
Ooh, I
this
knew it.
coldness that is filling. Well, sorry, it's trying to fill your body. Can you give me a wisdom saving throw?
Wisdom saving throw / whiz.
So exclamation mark, save, space, whiz.
Oh, save whiz. I did it backwards.
Save me?
Oh no! Oh no! No! No!
No, no, no.
The rest of you don't
Oh,
see
no,
what's
no.
happening, but Winky's eyes has turned completely white at this moment. So Kigo, actually Nyla and Kigo, I'll let you give me a perception check right now to see if you notice that Winky has gone catatonic.
I'm just practicing what Liz always does.
Neither of you,
Oh, no.
neither of you have noticed Winky. Okay, so Kigo, you're first up. There is an angry. Ooh, let's see if I can find a picture. Angry
ghost, right?
D&D, yeah. Ooh, this is a good one. So. This man.
Winky.
Okay,
kind
can
of
I
thing.
can I do something now?
Yeah, it's your turn. Go for it.
Is Winky gonna be safe if I use like an ability?
You don't know that Winky is currently not
I love how you're
feeling
worried about
like
Winky's
himself
well-being and
right
just would
now.
Throw Pun Pun.
Well, I'm gonna use Eldritch Blast on the ghost.
Okay. So. Oh,
Wait, at the
nice.
ghost or this? Oh yeah, a ghost
The
came out
ghost.
because we opened the skeleton, right?
Yeah.
And he grabbed
Right.
the orb. Okay.
Yeah. So the ghost came out as soon as Winky had grabbed the orb. So that was the moment that kind of triggered him. So you hit the ghost with your Eldritch Blast for force damage, which he is not resistant to. So he takes that full hit. Do you want to describe what this looks like?
Describe? I haven't really thought about it. I guess it almost like a beam of light just goes and zaps right through the ghost.
Sure,
But
and
seemed to
the
phase it.
spot that you zapped is now gone. So it's like there's a hole in that spot of where the ghost was. Anything else you want to do, Kiko?
What else can I do?
So that was your action. You do have movement and bonus. I don't know if you have anything you can do with your bonus, but you do have a movement, so you can try to get closer to the ghost, further away from the ghost. You can leave this room by opening one of the doors and leaving, or you can just stay put.
Well, I will get in front of Nyla and protect Nyla, and then end my turn.
All right. Next is Silver. Silver, you don't really know that any of this is happening in the basement. So you've grabbed the pen. Pun's with you. You've got the protective lantern, which might be potentially helpful against ghosts, but who knows? What would you like to do?
So I have a set. So I might have to ask outside of the game, like if this would actually help me. But I have my thieves tools, and I'm feeling like I just want to get out of this house. I have a bad feeling, and we don't know where this guy is. He's somewhere maybe in the house. Clearly we got sucked into the house. Maybe the front door shut really, really hard, but I have a crowbar in my thieves tools. Can I pry myself open a window and just collect all the things that I have and try to get outside of the house?
Sure, I 100% you can try to do that. So if you were to check the front door, you could tell it's locked. So if you wanted to, you could try to unlock the door, but you don't know what kind of effect might be keeping this door shut. But it is currently locked. You could also take a crowbar and try to wedge open a window. If you wanted to try to unlock the door, you would have to roll me a dexterity check. And if you wanted to try to open the window, you'd have to give me a strength check.
Okay.
So, pulling out the crowbar from your thieves' kit, I suppose, you're able to pry open the window. But that's probably the extent of what you can do on your turn this turn. So one window is currently open, and you're over to it. Nyla, you're up next.
I noticed that Winky kind of disappeared when the fog kind of raised up, and I'm kind of worried about him because we haven't heard him say anything since he grabbed the Chaos Orb. So can I kind of wait around through the mist and look for him so to make sure he's okay?
You can still see Winky. He is uncharacteristically quiet, so you do kind of pick up on that. But because you rolled low on your perception check, you don't notice that his eyes are kind of white over. So
yeah, I kind of just wanted to check on him, but I can change.
Okay, so he's there. He's there, but he is quiet and not saying anything.
Okay, well, I want to... I didn't think this far because I was planning on checking on Winky. Winky
is there. You do see him. So if you want to do something with Winky, that's fine. You just don't notice that his eyes are glazed over. So you see him there. But it's up to you on what you want to do.
I want to, I guess, could I do another perception check? I know that I didn't hit the first one, so I don't know how.
For what? What are you doing this one for?
To make sure he's okay, because I just noticed he's abnormally quiet for his very talkative, loud self, and so I want to make sure he's okay and kind of like maybe poke him or shrug his shoulder or something.
Okay, I'll let you roll an insight check to know that something's wrong.
Oh,
nope.
Sorry,
you're too kind of caught up with the fact that there's a ghost in front of you, I guess.
I kind of, am I allowed to move still? I know I have like movement. Yep. I don't know how much I would have used. I kind of go back and stand behind Kigo and look around me, look around us, and I try and look to see, are there walls around us? Like, how big is this room?
It's a huge room. So this picture kind of how big the house was. Most of the basement is this room. There are only 2 other ways to kind of leave. So we're thinking probably like 60 feet by 60 feet. Huge.
Yeah, that is massive. Okay, I take quite a few steps behind Kigo, and then I go with a how far in front of Kigo is the ghost? Or the ghost?
Probably about 20 feet.
Okay, so I want to cast Ray of Frost.
Okay.
At the ghost to try and stop him from. So here, let me cast.
Sure.
I just cast space and then the spell, right?
Exclamation mark, cast, space, Ray of Frost.
To try and slow him just in case he moves forward towards Kigo or me.
Okay. What's his defense? You hit. And you do a very... the cold hits the ghost, but it seems completely unfazed by the cold damage that it takes. But it seems to still be a little bit slower. So you didn't damage it. It's still kind of complete, but or complete to the effect that Kigo had left him previous. But he is slower. And now it's Winky's turn. Winky, do you have a dagger? Oh, I know you do. You pull out your dagger, and you're going to try to stab Nyla in the back. But you miss. Now give me another wisdom saving throw to see if you can shake off this
When I miss, but before I miss, I go, "You bitch!" and then I swing.
Yeah, I'll do the whole description of this.
Ungalia stab.
So, you guys hear Winky shout, "You bitch!" And when you turn, you notice that he's wide-eyed and crazy and jumping at Nyla, who just gingerly kind of steps out of the way. And Winky jumps right past her, trying to stab her. At this point, when you take a closer look, you notice that his eyes are completely glazed over. Something's not right with this dwarf. Now the ghost goes. Ghost! So it is floating up to Kigo, and its ghostly claws kind of glow and grow somewhat, and attempts to claw at Kigo's face. Let's see if this hits. So this is against your AC. So 13 against your AC. What is your AC? Armor class. What is your armor class? On your sheet, it should be
light armor.
Right below your walking speed. You should see something that kind of looks like a shield. 11. Okay, so it successfully hits you. Ooh.
Accurate depiction.
For 11 points of necrotic damage.
Oh.
So this kind of life-sapping energy claws into you. Okay. Kigo, you're up.
Oh. Uh-oh.
How
sitting there
does
with
he have
eyes
left? Because he
wide,
already
by
had
the way.
a few health points down from
I got
Liz.
healed.
Yeah, you got healed by Winky.
Oh, okay.
I'm sitting there eyes wide because I have no idea what we're going to do. Winky's crazy. There's a ghost. Kigo's almost dead. Silver left us.
I've got a window open. I'm ready to dip.
So I'm very scared right now.
Man,
Hardcore
trying to
D&D.
because I have the ability Mage Armor, but I don't know what all that entails. Or if
You
I
would
can
cast
even
it on
use
yourself, and then it would increase your AC. So you just have to be able to touch yourself, which is very easy for you to do. And then your AC would go up.
Kigo.
Your AC would go up to 14, so you would increase your armor class by 3.
But that doesn't matter because I'm gonna die if I get hit again anyway,
True.
right?
Yep.
I mean, with 4 hit points. I mean, all I could think is, I think I just have to, I think I have to fire at it again because I don't know what else I could do.
Sure. Kill it before it kills you.
Because I don't think I can, like, command, because I've already used command, right? So that's probably on cooldown.
No,
Isn't that
you
how
could
that works,
technically
or-
cast it again if you wanted to. However, the spell has no effect if the target is undead.
Right, that's what I was thinking. So I
Yeah.
think I just have to cast Eldritch Battery again.
Okay.
Or Eldritch Blast. Sorry.
Eldritch Blast, yeah. You hit him for another 8 points of magical damage. Oh my god. So he's more than half completely dissipated now, but he's still standing.
And then can I move away?
Yeah. Technically, there are some kind of funky rules with moving away, but I'm not going to play it for this session. But you can move away from him if you want.
I'm gonna move away.
Okay.
No opportunity attacks.
Yeah, I'm not going to play
I don't-
opportunity attacks this
Okay.
one. Yeah. Typically, I would. Just saying if this was like a prolonged campaign, but just want to keep things fun.
No, it makes sense.
Silver, you're next.
So at this point, I have my window open.
Yeah.
I have all my supplies. I want to go through the window. I'm trying to get outside of the house. So do I need to roll?
You don't need to roll
Another strength?
anything because as you are trying to step through, Pun Pun will say, Pun Pun tried this already, it doesn't work. But he's cut off because you're able, you step one, you put one leg through the window and you don't feel this like invisible force that Pun Pun had felt. And sure enough, you see these 2 ghostly hands coming from your lantern that seems to be pushing away whatever effect might be keeping you guys in this house. And you're able to leave the house. With Pun Pun if you want.
Oh, good. Yeah, I want to take Pun Pun.
All right, so Silver, you're out. I love that
Okay.
this is where this
So I'm out.
session has gone.
So I'm out.
Yep.
And on my way out of the house, I noticed that this basement that we fell down into, there's a little doorway into it, outside, like one of those things you could open it up
Yeah,
that would lead down into the basement.
sure.
And I decide I'd like to try to again use my crowbar and open that up to see if I
Okay.
can
Sure. Give me
just
another
release
strength check.
the craziness that's going on down below. Because I don't really know what's going on down
You
there
don't know,
anyways.
no, yeah. You're just like, okay, I can get back into the basement this way. Let's check it out. But it is
So
kind
yeah,
of
and I don't necessarily want them to know. Like I'm gonna open this up to see if I can figure out what's going on down there.
sure. So
Work my way down.
give me a strength. You are able to kind of
Okay.
pry off the rusty chains on this storm cellar door and open it up, and you do see
Okay.
stairs that head
And
downward.
And am I able to do a stealth check now to see if I can go into stealth?
Sure, we'll do that next round. So
Before
this'll
I proceed
be-
further?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll
Oh,
start
and by
off
the
with
way,
that next
Pun
time.
Pun just ran off down the road, so it's just me. Like Pun Pun's out.
Gone. Okay, perfect. That's fair.
Yeah.
Nyla, you're up.
I since we noticed that Winky is now absolutely insane and trying to murder us, I know I can't really help Kigo. He's far away. All my spells are frost, so I can't really do anything other than meleeing him. So I look at Winky. I remember that he has the chaos orb in his hands from the
Yep.
grave, and
Mhm.
I try and punt it across the room so it's out of his hand, hoping that whatever spell this orb has over Winky
The pun.
can also be
So-
punted with this chaos orb.
Nyla, you thwack at Winky's hand, and the orb flies out of his hand away from him. Right before the orb is about to land on the stone, first things first, Winky's eyes do revert back to normal. Winky, you're back into full control of your body. Nyla, right before the orb hits the floor, it zips into your hand, and you feel a lot stronger because of it. Nyla, you can level yourself 2 times in the next round.
Oh shit!
I don't know where to level myself at.
So in the character
Funny
sheet,
character sheet.
if you bring up the character sheet, in the upper right section, you'll see an anvil and hammer. There it should say manage levels. Okay? But that was your full turn. Just absorbing this energy.
Okay.
So you guys see the orb fly into Nyla's hands, and she starts to pulsate, and her hair starts to wisp around her as this kind of electrifying energy fills into her body. Winky, you're next.
I pour a beer. So I'm in full control now, right? 100%?
Yes, you are.
Can I do a perception check real fast to see, did Silver get the basement door open?
So the basement door does not
And
open. Yeah, it does not open to this room though. So there would be no real way that you'd be able to identify that she has opened the door.
So no like light would shed in. from
No,
any direction.
exactly. One of the 2 doors out of the room would lead to those stairs, but you don't know which one. And you don't even know that there would be stairs on either side of them because you guys haven't investigated before you opened up the coffin.
Makes sense. Okay. I'm gonna pull out my trusty weapon.
Your voice?
Everybody. I have.
Oh God.
Right? Oh no. I reach into my cardigan, my long silky cardigan, and I pull out a motherfucking boomerang. And I say, "Listen up, you bitch ghost. I'm about to give you a taste of your own whoop-ow!" And I fucking throw this boomerang.
Okay. At the ghost.
Uh-huh.
Hey, you hit.
Hell yeah.
So it goes through the ghost and returns to you. Oh, it only returns to you in a miss? Weird.
Yeah.
Anyways, it kind of does miss because it goes right through him. So it does return to your hand anyway. And you are quite satisfied with the fact that you did some damage, but you didn't do the full amount. It didn't kind of strike anything too solid. But part of the wispy ghost is still missing.
That's what you get, you little bitch. And then I look over at Fungalius and I say, "Did you see that boomerang throw? We've been training." "Oh, yes, I did see that boomerang throw. You have been training quite well." "I know, Fungalius."
Ignoring Winky and going towards the immediate threat, the ghost zips through the room towards Kigo and tries to shove its claws into Kigo's gut.
I don't like this.
It's a hit. Okay.
Uh-oh.
I'm so ready for my turn. I have so many ideas.
You take 16 points of necrotic damage. What was your current
Oh
health?
my.
I had 4 left.
You had 4 left. What's your maximum health?
15.
15. Okay, so luckily you don't straight up die.
Yeah.
But the energy, the damage is enough for you to fall unconscious. So you are now dying. You're in a dying state. You fall to the ground. You're unconscious. And now in every one of your turns, you'll have to give me a death saving throw. I'll explain that when it gets to your turn. Had I done enough damage to bring you down to 0 and reach your maximum hit points, the ghost would have straight up killed you. But it didn't, so you just dropped to 0 hit points. So you're currently dying right now. But you're not dead. Kigo, it's your turn. So the only thing you can do, Kigo, is give me a death saving throw, which is just a d20. So you just exclamation mark R space d20. You are successful on your first death saving throw. So the way
Oh,
death saving
gosh.
throws work is, if you get 3 successes before you get 3 failures, you stabilize. And you are still unconscious, but you're no longer dying. If you get 3 failures before you get 3 successes, then you die. So you're currently at one success. And
All right.
we're now at silver.
So I have a question. How many
Yeah.
things can I do in one turn? Like, can I, outside of rolls, can I like tell you multiple actions?
So typically you get 1 action a turn. If you were to look at your character sheet, it might give you some kind of like indications as to what you can do. So remember that each one of these rounds is only 6 seconds. So you only have 6 seconds, which is why you're very limited as to what you can do in that time. So if you give me
Okay.
an action that you want to do, I'll say whether you could also do another one,
Okay.
or if that's all you do.
So I've opened the doors, right?
Yep.
But it's just like the first set of doors down into the
Yep.
basement. So
Mhm.
they can't get out yet.
Not yet, no.
My snake has been down there observing, and I am aware of what's going on. I've seen that Winky was overtaken by the orb. Nyla also, it seems like anyone who holds on to this orb gets overtaken, and I don't know if it's good or bad. So I want to send my hand down in, since they can't get out still,
Right?
through the floor to grab the orb so that the hand is holding the orb and pull it outside with me.
Okay.
So I'm not holding it in my own hands, but I want the hand to take the orb out of
So-
the room so that they're stuck in there without the orb.
The only limitation that you have with your hand is that you do need kind of line of sight in order to do it, and it's not cast out of your snake, it's cast out of your lantern. So your lantern would have to have some sort of line towards the orb. So if you wanted to do that, the way that you would do it immediately is you would run down the stairs, open the door to the room, in which case you would reveal the room to everybody and you, and then you can use the mage hand to try to snatch the orb out of Nyla's hand. Is that what you want to do?
Mm. I don't know if I want them to be able to get out though. So maybe I need to go back into the house.
Yeah, so that's another way.
I'm
is you
gonna get
could
them
go
out.
back
My plan
in-
is to let them out eventually.
right. So if you wanted to go back towards
That's how we opened up the first doors.
so through the window back towards the hole in the floor, that would take your whole turn to do that, and then next turn you could try to grab the orb if you want to.
I guess we'll just open up the doors in the basement. I had this like really devious plan that involved the basement doors, but it's fine. We'll just go ahead and open up the doors and
Try to take the
or
orb.
try to, I guess, because I have to get them open, right? Yeah.
Nope. So they're not
So
locked, they're
another-
not barred or anything. So you just open the door. It's fine. So you head down the stairs.
Okay.
You open the door.
And
You reveal this chaos that is happening in the basement. You see, well, actually, you don't even see Kigo because he's down in the mist. Actually, your snake would have a hard time identifying what was happening in the basement because of all the mist that was filling the room. But now you can see and now you've spotted everything that's happening, and you have a clear line of effect to Liz. If you want to try to snatch
okay.
that orb.
So now I send my hand in to grab
Okay.
the orb. Yep.
Okay, so Nyla, you are not gonna want to give up this orb. So what I need is for both.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can I try and? Okay.
Yeah, so I need both Silver and Liz to give me a dexterity check to see which one, and whoever has the higher roll out of this will be the one who grab it. Ooh. Oh.
Okay.
So I'm sorry to do this to you, Nyla, but she grabs the orb and you lose those 2 levels that you just gained.
Oh yeah, because I
Oh,
only
rip.
got them for the thing. Okay.
Yes. So, Silver, you run down the stairs, you open the door, you reveal your mage hand from your lantern, and you snatch the orb from Nyla, which immediately brings her back to her regular self. So, Nyla, it's your turn.
I kind of look at Silver a little confused because with my empowered self, we could have easily taken on this ghost, especially because Kigo is almost dead. But I ask her if she wants to give me the orb back, but if not, we can continue on. I guess, aren't I allowed to ask her, like, right now?
You guys can talk freely.
Like, in combat?
Well, because now
Yeah.
the doors open. I've been seeing you guys fight each other, tear each other apart because the orb is taking over you. So what I've done is I've gotten the orb in a way that we can control it without any of us getting the dark magic from it. And we have a door, we're out. Like I literally have just opened up the escape. So we can all leave and have the orb. We don't have to do anything. We can just run.
Yeah,
we got
I guess
the
that's
orb.
true. I guess that's
As long
true.
as you guys trust me to control it with the mage hand the whole way there, like we're ready to go.
Trust
And I
Silver,
just
who
came
ran
I
out
came
on
back
us,
for
but
you.
yeah.
I could have used it to get it through the floor, and instead I came out and I got you guys out of there.
Where's Kigo right now? What happened with Kigo?
He was knocked unconscious, so he's somewhere in the mist, probably close to the ghost that's currently looking for his next target.
Nyla,
Liz,
you gotta listen, Nyla.
or Nyla, one thing that you will know, I suppose, was that when you felt the surge of power, nothing took over your mind, so you were still you. Nothing was controlling you. So just so you know, that's what it wasn't like Winky's situation.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was trying to tell Silver, was that it worked in our favor. I know that we can get out, but who knows what's going to happen when we try and get out? Because when you tried to get out of the window, it took a lot for you. But because you had the hands, you were able to get out. And we don't have the hands. So what if we can't get through the basement and we have this ghost chasing us? And then Kigo's already knocked out. And then one of us get knocked out. Whereas me, when I had the orb, it just leveled me up. I was still able to work with you guys and fight the ghost.
You got to think about this, okay? We have a brave adventurer who's dying in front of us on the ground. We're not going to leave it, right? Don't trust the rogue who ran and hid.
That's
and
what I'm
came
saying.
back.
Exactly.
We have to do this. We have
So
to
what are you gonna do?
Kigo.
Are you gonna fight me to get the orb back?
Well, no,
Maybe, but we'll fight. I'm down to fucking save Kigo.
That's what I'm saying. We should save Kigo. We're not going to be able to run out of the
How do we
room
best
and
save
grab
Kigo?
him.
We bring him. There's
Well,
three of
it's
us. We got the
easier-
hands floating with
I
the
have to kill
orb.
the ghost.
Yeah, we have to. I want to try and convince Silver. I want me and Winky to try and convince Silver, because with the orb, I was still fighting with Winky and Kigo and the thing, and it only leveled me up. So I had way more HP. So at this point, I think we have to get Kigo and we have to get him out of there. And I don't think we can right now. So I guess I want to try. And
You can't use persuasion on her. It's
Oh,
up
yeah,
to
we
the
can't persuade
player.
other
It's up to
people.
Silver as the player if she wants to give up the orb, or you could try to snatch it out of the mage hand by doing another dexterity challenge.
I'm not
Nyla,
giving
you
up the
don't
orb.
Nyla, you don't even need the orb. We can do this. We were doing it just fine.
how much? We
Did
don't
you-
know how much
did
HP
you
the monster
see
has, right?
How much damage I did with my boomerang?
Oh, right. Okay,
So-
okay, fair. So I want to, that's fair. I want to.
It wasn't. Sorry. He's saying he did a lot of damage. You saw how much damage he did. He actually did not do a lot of damage. The ghost seems to be half gone, but it's because of both of Kigo's attacks and not because of Winky's very basic boomerang attack.
Winky,
The
winky.
basic ass bitch.
Winky, you're full health, right? You haven't taken any damage,
I'm invincible.
so that's a yes. How
Well,
much
I'm
health?
bloodthirsty. You can tell that I'm ready to fucking go.
Okay, how much health do you
And
have?
you're not just with Winky, you're with Fungalius or whoever the hell.
Oh,
so-
right.
Fungalius walks with me, and I am at 100% health.
Okay, so I want to, let's see, I have to open up my sheet again. I'm going to go ahead and, oh, my thing disappeared. I'm gonna go ahead and cast view. Here, I'll do it. My character sheet reset.
Oh, right, because I made you level it.
Yeah, so now when
Sorry,
it's back,
sorry.
I can't actually.
I didn't realize Silver would snatch your power upgrade from you.
And so I'm trying to look for
Probably
this.
wouldn't have if we hadn't had the pun situation.
She remembers.
Liz. What was the name of my spell? Because now I can't look at it. The
Not
sheet, because I have to refresh the sheet.
Sure. I can try to find what spells you had. Yeah, I know you had Ice Knife, but he'd be immune to that one.
Yeah, it wasn't. Oh yeah, it's completely immune. I can't do anything. So I guess I just try and move closer to the basement doors so
Okay.
that I'm closer to getting out if the rest of us can get the ghost down, because my abilities don't do anything towards him, so I'm kind of helpless in this situation.
Okay,
And I'm only there for him to attack me closer if I stay.
so you're leaving, essentially.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go out, but I'll go slightly up the stairs where I can still see everything going on.
Okay,
But I'm still in the basement.
okay. So, Winky.
Okay. I turn to the ghost and I pull my guitar out and I cast Vicious Mockery
Okay.
for
So-
1 damage. Fuck
It
you,
resists.
you dirty bedsheet looking ass ghost.
Fuck you back.
Whoa, rude.
So it saved. It did not take any damage. It does not think that you're very insulting. But
fine.
it's still
I
pissed
agree.
at the fact that you tried to insult it, so it's going to come for you next.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to attack. 16 on AC, I believe will be a hit.
Oh yeah.
You take 9 points of necrotic damage as this spectral clawed ghost makes his way to ravage through the whole party. And it laughs maniacally. Kigo, death saving throw, please. Fail. 1 pass and 1 fail.
Oh no.
Silver,
Oh,
back
no.
to you.
So I have the orb in the mage hand.
Yeah.
No one's cooperating with me like I expected. So I think at this point, I'm pretty much in full control of my own situation. I tried letting them out. They are not taking the exit that I provided. But I don't want to get into combat with this entire ghost situation that's happening in front of me. So I'd like to go ahead and like stealth mode, and then I think I'm just gonna try to work my way out of here, hit the road with my orb, go get my money.
So
Yep.
as Silver,
So I'm gonna do stealth check.
sure.
Is that what I would do?
Exclamation mark check
Okay.
space stealth. Wow.
And
So
just like
Silver,
that. Easy money.
Silver calls the orb back towards her with the mage hand, but leaves it in the hand hovering next to her as she is stealthily leaving the basement. As soon as you break the barrier with the lantern that's in your hand, everything in the house starts to shake once more, and the ghost screams out in some sort of spectral pain as everything starts to just get wrapped up in this kind of vortex of darkness and mist and ghostly matter. And with a small little pop, the ghost and the mist are completely gone.
Silver saved us.
And you got, and what's revealed is a dying Kigo on the ground. So, yeah, we're out of
I'm running
initiative.
over to Kigo. Kigo, Fogalius, come quick! We have to save Kigo. I'm rolling a medicine check.
Okay. So you're able to stabilize Kigo. So Kigo, you're no longer dying. You're still unconscious. After an hour of being unconscious, you will raise back up to 1 HP because you have been stabilized. Just so you know. Okay? Unless
Okay.
somebody else had some sort of magical healing, but I don't think you guys have anything that could heal him up so he's conscious. Oh, why didn't it accept yes? It's a yes. Anyway, not a big deal. So, you're now in a very eerie but quiet basement. So Nyla and Winky are down there. Winky runs over and stabilizes Kigo as he's dying, and he's stabilized. Silver has just left the basement, and she has the orb next to her. So whatever you guys want to do, let's play it out.
Do you have anything to say for yourselves?
We didn't know, Silver.
Says a voice from an unidentified location because I'm stealth, so you guys don't know exactly where I am.
I'm completely ignoring everything that Silver says.
It's okay, Winky. Yeah, we figured it out. We got Kigo. It's okay. I figured out that you were, taken over by this orb, and I kicked it out of your hand, and you got Kigo, and Kigo helped me. So it was us three against the world, basically. Now that
you guys would still be in the basement with a ghost killing you all if it wasn't for me getting the orb out of there.
Since there's still 2 other coffins, I'm kind of curious as to what's in the coffins, and I know we just got out of a fight, but I mean, she opened the door in the whole house.
If only you had a comrade who could open it up with a crowbar or some lockpicking equipment.
Well, we were able to open it up before just fine, right? We just moved the thing over.
They weren't like locked or chained or anything.
Yeah. True. So can I, now that everything is out of the house, because there are 2 people and a child, can I open up the coffins and see if there's anything left in them?
Yep. So you open up the coffins, and both of them have the remains. So the other adult coffin is just another skeleton that's resting, set in its kind of mummy pose, as it probably was set when this person was laid into its coffin. The smaller one, the child one, when you open it up, there is a dagger that is right in the center of the chest of the bones of the kid, and the dagger feels magical.
Okay, can I pick up the dagger and see what happens?
Sure. So you pick up the dagger. It is magical. You don't know what it does. It feels like it's just a magically enhanced dagger. If there's more to it, you wouldn't know just by picking it up.
Can I do a check for it?
So typically the way it would work is you would want to cast the identify spell if you want to know right away, or you would spend an hour with it, and that would help you identify what it is.
I kind of just show, Kigo's now alive, Winky's here. I kind of just show, okay guys, well I think we have everything out of the house. We can't get, we could go back up to the 2nd floor if we wanted to, but we have the Chaos Orb, we have this dagger that we didn't know here. I think we're pretty safe to go back for Arla if we wanted to.
Everybody, so Kigo can't really agree. You might want to wait for an hour for Kigo to wake up to rest up a bit.
I think we do short rest real quick.
Yeah, so everyone could take an hour, maybe outside the basement. It's up to you, but yeah. So maybe
we go outside the basement, we take an hour, you get to learn about your dagger, and we get to gain a little bit of HP.
Yeah, good plan. Is Silver still with us? She's outside, so she's taking a short rest with us.
I'm not sure if she's still hiding from you guys or not.
Oh, right.
It's up to you, Silver, if you're going to hang out with them or if you've already
I don't know what to do anymore. I'm literally confused. I could have ran for the hills, just like Pun Pun, when I opened up the window. I came back to open up the basement to give you guys an out. And you're all still not on my side, so I don't know.
That's why I asked if you wanted to rest with us.
You wanted Kigo to die.
I might just stealth off with the freaking orb at this point then. Like, might as well. If I'm going to be the villain in this story, we'll just freaking commit to it. So you know what? While they take their nap, go ahead, children. Enjoy your sleep. I'm going to just stealth with my full HP. I'm taking my snake. I'm taking the orb. And we're heading back into town to my girl Arla or whoever I need to turn this item into.
So, because it only takes about 10 minutes for you to get back to town, this is the way the kind of session is, or the campaign's going to end. Silver, with the orb, heads back into town. The 3 others, because Kigo was still unconscious and Liz wanted to identify the magical dagger that she got, decides that they're going to take about an hour's rest. Silver returns to Arla and provides the Chaos Orb to her, and much to Arla's excitement, she carefully takes it in some tongs and is very excited, gives Silver the accreditation of having completed the quest. Silver brings this scroll over to Taurus at the Adventurers Guild. Oh, well, that's great. That's fantastic. Where are the rest of your allies?
They're taking a nap.
Oh, well, I'm sure it was some pretty hectic business, but this is the sign of approval, so here you go. Here's your quest reward.
And Taurus hands you a pouch filled with 500 gold pieces.
Easy.
What are you doing with it, Silver? just to wrap it up, what do you decide to do with this money?
I accept the gold. I thank him. And
then she goes and laughs at us.
And then I stealth away. Here, we'll do one more stealth check. We'll let fate decide.
Oh,
I don't stealth away, I guess. I guess I walk proudly away with my gold.
And
they're
none
still
of you...
sleeping because this all took about 15 minutes. So
Yep.
they're just going to wake up and not know what happened.
45 minutes later, they come to town, and Taurus fills them in with the fact that Silver has taken the quest reward and is not sure where she has gone off with it.
But wait, does he sign off? Does he sign off on my Bard College?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, just give me a moment.
And he takes, and all he puts is a very kind of kiddish crayon letters. He's not very nimble with his giant hand hoof kind of thing. I guess it's a hand. And signs his name on your credit sheet.
I'm watching this happen with Winky and signing his credit, and then I want to come up behind him and then take his credit that was just signed and rip it up. Can I do that?
Oh my gosh.
Why would you rip up my credits?
So you can't get confirmed.
So you have to do another journey.
Exactly.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's the rudest way to have someone continue adventuring with you.
I think we've learned a few things today. 1, Nyla's rude. 2, Kigo is weak. And 3, we're never going to play D&D with Silver ever again.
Listen, I'm going to tell you right now, I never had any intentions to take the money and run. Even though I'm a rogue, that wasn't the MO. You guys know where you tip the scales, and you made the beds, now you have to lie in them. As soon as Pun Pun became the sacrifice of the group, don't even act like you're the innocent ones here. I was the only one defending the innocent life of Pun Pun. And you know what? I'm taking my gold, and me and Pun Pun are going to split that. I'm going to give him 250 bones to Pun Pun. So
as a bard, I am now going to dedicate my entire college career to hunting down Pun Pun specifically and killing him. And 2, I'm going to write so many defamation songs about Silver so that when I get famous, she turns into this giant villain.
Good.
Awesome job, guys. So that's a wrap. Thank you so much for playing. I hope you guys had a great time. Thank you to everybody who stopped by in the chat. Thank you for all the support. If you like my DMing style, I do play weekly on Wednesdays from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. EST. I had a lot of fun. I hope you guys did too.
Yeah, it was fun.
GG's.
Good game.
I liked it. I forgot that it ended so short. I was so ready for it to keep going on and on, and then I was like, oh, yeah, I forgot this is a 4-hour event.
Yeah,
right.
It ended
Also,
at the perfect time.
sorry if I broke any rules or anything. I feel like...
No, you played great. So if we were to play again, I would just advise you that you kind of don't decide what the NPCs do. You say what you want to do, and you might suggest what the NPCs do, but ultimately I'm the one that plays it. But you were narrating what the NPCs would have done anyway within their character, so I allowed it. But it was great. I think I had a great time. So good job, guys. GG's.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
Sorry I took your gold.
I don't care. I was really more about the credits.
Same.
But yeah, I wanted the credits for my barding college, but apparently Liz fixed that for me. I guess this is going to have to be continued.
Liz, do you want to reveal your...
Yeah, I totally had this freaking plan that Silver totally unfoiled because she ended up yoinking the orb for me. But the reason I got stronger with the orb is because, like, Winky kept on throwing out there 100 million times is that I'm a vampire, so necromancy is, like, something that's strong with me. So even though, like, it affected Winky, that's why it didn't affect me and it powered me up. And I was totally going to go open up the other coffin, and what I'm assuming is let the other ghost out, which I don't know. Would there have been another ghost?
No,
would
there
have been
wasn't going
another
to be.
ghost.
No.
Oh,
Well,
okay,
you could have
well,
raised a
Ghost,
skeleton, maybe.
Yeah,
Right?
I could have done something, but then I was gonna like throw. I had this like smoke bomb down that I was gonna throw and then disappear, but I didn't realize and I was gonna disappear with the orb. And because my character, I have this whole backstory for my character, she constantly fights herself to be good or evil or whatnot. I was gonna choose to go with the orb and then go chase down power and torment and stuff like that, but Silver just took it from my hands and
I
then
knew
just
you were
yeeted
sus
off.
because it made sense that having the magical hand carry it doesn't jeopardize any of us. Just because you got lucky one time holding it and it didn't turn you bad, it could have turned you bad the next time. As soon as you were like, oh no, there's no reason that I shouldn't have the orb, and we have an open door, you're like, I'm gonna fight it with the orb, give me the orb back. I'm like, absolutely not, we're dipping, we're still with the orb.
I should have
It's
tried
so
to take it back
good.
away from
Yeah, I was suggesting that perhaps you could snatch it back, but Liz had this whole plan that she was going to backstab the group right at the end, take the quest
and
item,
then Silver did it
and then Silver did it just casually because that's the way the kind of characters developed. So it worked out really, 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 really fun. So it was a good time. But I guess that's where we'll call it.
Funny.
Yeah. So thank you so much to my players. Thank you so much to the Twitch chat. And for all the support. I got a lot of follows out of this,